are live. Coming to you live from New York City. No, but seriously, we got some topics to talk about tonight, you guys. Welcome to episode 17. Jesus, episode 17 already? Like, yeah. It seems like that shit kind of came up fast, didn't it? Like,
yeah. Slightly.
Just a little quick. Man. So, El Chapo, let's go on with that. El Chapo escapes again, people. Like,
I'm wondering if it's the same guy. I mean, I don't know if they're all called El Chapo, the heads of the thing, but the only El Chapo I know is the one that star or whatever his name is went to visit him in his compound, and then the feds arrested him, and we had him, and I don't know how the hell, if that's him, I don't know how the hell he got away. Like, did we just let him go just so, like, are we playing a cat and mouse game with this motherfucker? Like, catch and release program?
Pretty much.
Like, how does this guy, I don't know. It just puzzles me that how we're, like, so damn incompetent as a law enforcement team.
It doesn't make sense to me either, dude. Like, how the fuck does this guy keep eluding these guys? Like, you would have to be deaf, dumb, and blind to fucking let this guy escape that many times. Like, this guy has gotten away from our law enforcement, from their law enforcement, at least over a dozen times in the last couple of years. I know he escaped, what, 3 times just before he threatened Donald Trump? He was putting a, like,
yeah.
He said that he would, what was it? He would give somebody how many millions or whatever to kill Donald Trump? Like,
yeah, there was like a $5 million bounty on his head or something like that. It was some outrageous thing.
That's crazy to me. Hey, you guys.
I don't know.
Hey, you guys. Let me know is the audio too loud for you as far as the game goes? Let me know. Yeah, you're trying to work on a video. That's understandable. Yeah, it makes no sense to me, really. I mean, I figured, taxpayers should feel safe because, we're taxpayers, and that's kind of the point of taxes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's all pretty stupid. But I guess we can start this off with this morning's shenanigans with Twitter, if you want. Who is that guy? That weird guy? Like, so I went to his channel, right? I went to his channel to see what he was about. And okay, so on his channel, he seems like a pretty level-headed guy.
Oh, that dude's a fucking fanboy out the ass, man.
You get him on Twitter, dude, and the guy is cancerous, boy. Like, he is.
Yeah,
the fucking dude is weird as fuck, dude. Like, I was just trying to be nice. I wasn't trying to be a dick. And he blocks me.
Yeah, no, you're.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, all I was trying to do was like, because the guy was going in on somebody over something stupid. Like, I don't feel that just because you're on a platform, you should only stick to talking about that platform. That's fucking dumb. That is so stupid. But anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just.
Oh no, he's one of those people that he posted a picture on his Twitter or whatever a while back that he had a PS4 Pro, an Xbox One S, and a Nintendo Switch, and so it kind of like they do this. These fanboys of Xbox or even PlayStation sometimes do this so that way whenever they are, doing these toxic type of replies or whatever, and people call him a fanboy, they post that picture back and go, "No, I'm not." Like, dude, like they don't realize that you can own however many fucking systems you want and like whatever platform you want, but that doesn't negate the fact of you being a fanboy. Like, just because you own a PlayStation doesn't mean you're not an Xbox fanboy. Crap Gamer owns a fucking PlayStation. And if you don't think that he's an Xbox fanboy, then you're fucking stupid.
Delusional.
And you know what's crazy, dude? Is like on his channel he talks about like how gaming fanboys like can affect everything negatively, and I figured, okay, maybe this guy is kind of level-headed. He kind of comes off that way, but like his Twitter is completely opposite than from his fucking his actual channel.
Oh yeah.
I think his name was like Koof or something. Kewf.
It's Noof Nukem. NEW NEWF. It's Noof, NEWF, and then Nukem. Yeah, him and another guy was making fun of a PlayStation guy, calling him Four Eyes and everything else, and I'm like, because a Colts
What,
fucking
third graders?
yeah, we're back in third grade now, but what's crazy is that like the Colts original tweet was he wonders if Sony is not allowing crossplay because they're worried about the better versions being on the X, like the better resolution and whatever.
Yeah.
And people were responding, that makes no sense because they do crossplay with PC, and there's nobody who has better resolution or anything like that than PC. So he's like, that makes that has no bearing, and it delved into that. He's like, well, stay out of Xbox conversations. Like, this has nothing to do with just fucking. This isn't an Xbox conversation. His fourth fucking word in his damn tweet was Sony. His 17th word was Xbox. So tell me how that's an Xbox conversation. It's like these people that think that no gamer can talk to like somebody that's not a certain gamer is just stupid. I've never understood, like, even if I don't own an Xbox, I can still get into an Xbox conversation because it's still gaming related. Gaming related, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation or PC, all still affect the whole industry. So I mean I don't know. These people are fucking toxic.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, his YouTube page doesn't like line up at all with his Twitter. His Twitter, he's a toxic asshole, dude. Like, all he wants to do is talk shit to people.
Yep.
But
Who is this?
His YouTube page, he's trying to come off as this level-headed. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's view grabbing. That's all he's doing. He's trying to
that's all he's doing. Yeah.
Intelligent. He's really not.
Yep.
Who are we talking about?
His name is Noof Nukem. It's
I
NEWF and then Nukem.
Yeah.
That's the first
Gavin,
time
I'm
I've
playing
ever
on
heard his name.
Xbox. If you have Xbox, you can play with me. Come on over. Yeah, it is weird. It is very weird. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Holy shit! Hold the phone, Pete's here.
Yo.
Hey Pete, let me turn his thing back on.
You finally decided to come, man.
What's going on, Pete?
I was getting dinner.
You was pulling a Brimstone.
I was gonna say Rambo. No, you had that right, actually.
No.
Well, it was like 7:20, and I hadn't heard from any of you, so I was like, all right, well, fuck it. It probably won't be in the next 10 or 20 minutes, so I went and got food. Little did I know.
It was gonna be the next.
Y'all are a bunch of bitches.
Well, you know me, like I have no life, so I'm always here.
Yep. Stay at home, dad, no life. I'm right there with you. Like, the only friends I got are like Brimstone and the rest of the people I talk to in here. I don't talk to real people except Brimstone.
That's 'cause
We noticed that off of Brimstone's mentions, But I mean, it would only fitting that his boyfriend actually be the one that is
I'm
at the
his
top
number
of his
one fan,
mentions.
but Rambo, you're my number one fan. So what's that say about you?
That's me. That's me telling you how many times that you are his boyfriend.
I believe it.
I'm not a boyfriend.
I believe
We have a normal relationship.
I
don't buy that
I don't either. I don't think anybody really does, but
at all.
Our wives do.
you can keep trying. Y'all are gonna end up actually being. Y'all need to watch that Netflix original. Your wives are gonna end up being. What's it called? The Grace and Frankie. That's who y'all are gonna.
I don't know who that is. So.
When y'all are old, y'all are gonna.
Hey, stream. Can you guys hear the game audio a little bit? I didn't want to have it loud enough to.
We can, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, go get it. I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm
That's
proud
gonna
to
be
have
weird
no
for
life.
people on the stream.
What?
Yeah, I'm not embarrassed about no life at all, though.
It's so
If they
simple.
hear,
It's great.
if they hear the game audio both through both through your mic and the actual stream?
So, Codename Aquarius, does that mean that you're actually watching us in the shower? Or listening to us in the shower?
You're naked.
Okay.
Are you touching?
What y'all got pants on?
That turns Pete on. Don't touch yourself because he's in the shower, Pete.
You know,
Um,
I mean, if I'm coming in through that Bluetooth speaker, if you put it down, you know, near your crotch, we can hum in it all together. And, you know, I mean, I've seen that in a movie once, so I thought.
I'm sure. Yeah, movie.
Remember in Private Parts with Howard Stern, he has the one chick turn like the treble down and the bass up.
Yeah.
That's on real speakers, though. Car stereo used to do that shit.
Yeah, who's this Colt Eastwood guy? Like, who's that?
Dealer Gaming, and you know who Dealer Gaming is, right?
Yeah, I know who Dealer is. We've had him on before, yeah.
Yeah, that is Colt Eastwood is another Dealer Gaming. He tries to act like he knows more than what he's talking about, or he tries to act like he knows what he's talking about, but uses pulls references and proof from Wikipedia or shit like that for his. I guess
he's the one that did that video about PC gamers. How many of them were hardcore based on how many were playing at 4K and shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was trying to say like the 360, the PS3 had more game or less games than the 360, but in the 360 actually, the PS3 had more games than the 360, but the 360 won last generation. I was like, dude, do you not pay attention at all? Like, the PS3 pulled ahead of the 360 at towards 2011 to 2013. That's when it really started selling like crazy. And so he linked me to Wikipedia, and I'm like, really? Like, anybody can change that. I can go in there right now and change the fucking total for PS3. And I'm like, you can't just link me to Wikipedia. I can link you to several articles talking about where the PlayStation 3 took back the lead, because that's actually the truth. It actually happened. He tries to. He's one that just tries to act like he knows what he's talking about, and he's just an irritating cunt, really.
Hey, Rambo, who are you to say what the truth is, man? Okay, the truth is subjective.
It is definitely.
And everybody's lived experience is just as valid as everybody else. So don't be a hate monger on the internet. God, how bigoted of you.
I feel like I have cancer now. Thanks.
Don't you know things like
chemotherapy tomorrow? Thanks a lot.
And rationality, objectivity. Those are all tools of the patriarchy to keep women and minorities down.
You know, I think he's onto something. He speaks elegantly enough. I'm going to believe him.
Because we all know how horrible women and minorities are at being Wow. Rational,
I'm starting to change my mind on this guy, because now he can't talk to the damn.
Rational, objective, or I can't. What was that? There was 4 different things: rationality, objectivity. I think logic was one of them. There was one more, and I can't remember.
Logic. Yeah. What's that?
It's a tool of the patriarchy.
Hey, did you know that I'm the one who got the 280 character update on Twitter?
Ooh.
Yeah, they're the ones they gave me access to their little beta thing, and I'm like, y'all are just like don't know who the fuck y'all gave it to. Like, y'all just made my life a lot more fun, because now, I mean, everybody now is replying to me, like when they reply to me, they'll reply to me like 13 tweets. And I just reply one long fucking tweet to them. They're like, "What? How the hell did you write the paragraph?" I'm like,
"What is this 280K witchcraft?"
It's the power of my white
white privilege.
Yeah.
My white privilege. I got my check.
Finally got the card in the mail, huh?
Yes, it came in the form of 140
nice.
extra characters.
You just punch in your code and whatever you're doing, and it just makes it better.
I'm telling you, man, it's great. I love it. But I'm gonna be like that girl off of Instagram and say that I'm 25% black. So
only 25%.
Dude,
that's not a whole
her
lot.
Rice Gum diss track is so racist, but it's so funny.
Oh man, it's so fucking toxic. I mean, she's fucking. Oh man, these people that get famous off of Instagram. These people that get famous off of Instagram are just. It really makes you question living. You know. Like here, you have people like there's right now like I think a 13-year-old about to graduate with a second degree in college. And he's nowhere famous. Nothing's getting paid for nothing's getting paid for besides his college because of scholarships and shit. But no, like barely any mentions at all. But then you have people that acting like this stupid, I don't know what the hell she is. Yeah, and she ends up becoming rich and famous. Like, how does that work? How does society do this to people?
Tweet me outside. How about that?
And then they wonder, like, why are we in a situation that we're in? Well, because your fucking heroes that y'all make everybody out to be are fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but you get some characters out of this thing.
You get characters, you get stupidity, you get retardation, all in one. What's not to like?
Yeah.
I mean, that diss track made me laugh for like 2 days, so she kind of held me a little bit.
It was a funny diss track, but I mean, I was laughing at more the stupidity of it than I was really the goodness of it, because it wasn't really all that good of a song at all. I couldn't I couldn't understand half of what she said because, well, first of all, she tries to talk in Ebonics, and it's like a hit trying to talk in Ebonics, and it just doesn't work. So it sounds more like you're talking to a Chinese person. They're speaking Chinese. So yeah, I mean, it's just more of the only thing I got out of the whole song was ching chong, bitch, whatever. That's the only thing I got.
I thought that was the point, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's like over half the song.
I really wish though that like all of her videos would come with some sort of like closed captioning. That way I can understand like what the fuck she's saying.
That's funny. So, anything in gaming news? That's besides a Mexican drug cartel lord escaping prison at least another 30 times.
Well,
Kotaku put out an article.
The Xbox people in Canada.
You said that was for the trophy or some shit, right?
No, the Xbox in Canada, if you live in Canada and you have an Xbox One, the top that raised their gamer score the most. So, like if you have like say, it's I guess probably going to go for like the month of, it's up until October 24th. So I guess probably from September 20, whatever today is, until October 24th, whoever has the largest increase in gamer score, the top 5 people in Canada will receive an Xbox One X.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course, the PlayStation Australia, man, I'm hoping my Australian brethren that follow me will pull one out for me in platinum, either FIFA 18, COD World War II. I can't think of the other 2 games. Be one of the first ones to platinum those, so that way they can win me a platinum trophy. That would be fucking awesome.
And he means an actual real life-size platinum trophy, not...
real life site. Yeah, not one of the digital ones, an actual real life platinum trophy to where I can sit on my shelf and. But the likelihood of me getting that is very slim to none. So I probably have a better chance of being shot by the cops. So
Put some brown face paint on and you'll be good.
So I'm gonna go look at my trophy places here in Oklahoma and see if they can actually make me a platinum trophy. And I'm gonna make this thing big, and I'm gonna try to see if they can make it out of
10
platinum.
feet tall. I want that bitch on my front porch.
I'm gonna see if they can make it out of platinum though, not
Jesus.
just look like
That's
platinum, but
expensive.
actually, yeah. But I mean, that right there is gonna be worth some money. One I guess one in however many people are in the world. Very unique trophy, full, just nothing but full on platinum, and then make a gold one for just pure gold. The next one pure silver. The next one pure bronze.
Dude's gonna spend like $5 million on trophies. Look like Xbox trophies.
Excuse me, Xbox are achievements, not trophies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Get it right, Pete.
Cyrus, the
Console
trophy.
scrubs are all the same.
What do you mean? What would the trophy be for? It would just be a trophy for me to have at my house, for me to actually put up on my shelf and go, yes, I am a platinum hunter.
Kind of like a participation trophy. He didn't actually win anything, but
It's
it
like
looks
a blue
good.
ribbon.
Yeah, no, it's not. Not yet. I made it myself, so it can't be it wasn't ever given to me. I actually had to go out there and do it myself, so I can make it be for anything. I can be platinum achieved for
I adulted today.
becoming godlike.
You actually adulted today?
I did, but Rambo might have.
Oh, Cyrus, for the... You mean, are you talking about the trophy I'm going to be making? Or... Oh, okay, yeah. I should make up for the whole story. Of course I will.
Make
You know
an
what I mean?
achievement, label it.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna make a trophy list because I'm gonna be making 1 bronze, 1 gold, 1 silver, and then of course the platinum. So I'm gonna be making a list of things that I got the bronze trophy for this. I got and it's gonna actually be labeled on the the trophy has little plaque at the bottom of it. The bronze will be how the little thing pops up on the left hand corner of your screen. It'll look like that. But it'll say whatever I got the bronze trophy for, and then all the way up to the platinum. I got to make it look good. I got to make it look like I'm, did something good in my life. The
More
Hog
than
and Dog
just paid for a
achievement. No,
trophy.
that one. I'm actually wanting to get a. I'm actually wanting to make a shirt with the Hog and Dog achievement for actually make it for the podcast.
Yes, I'm liking Fortnite.
You survived the Hog and
I
Dog.
like it. I suck at Fortnite, but I like it. I'm trying to get better. It's a fun game.
Well, Gavin said he wishes he was as good as you. So I'm wondering, damn,
Because I'm MLG Pro, evidently.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you adult today, Pete?
No, I didn't. If I could say that.
no, he
That
was
could
saying
an
that would be the
achievement.
trophy. Yeah, the trophy.
I adulted today. Platinum unlocked.
Guys, would y'all be interested in shirts like that in the chat?
Jesus. Don't ask for
Pete
something
wants a
like
pink
this. You ask for this, the internet's going to provide, and then all of a sudden we're going to have people taking selfies with a picture of the Hog and Dog on a shirt. And it's just not going to be good. And then people are going to ask, where did it come from? And then they're all going to say, it was these assholes on the Game Talk podcast. And, of course, nobody's going to know who they're talking about.
Make
So
sure
then they'll
when
start
you
looking
show
us
them, you
up,
tell
and
them it's
it'll be all
Pete.
bad.
Hey, Pete, do you mind sending me a picture of you?
What are you... Yeah, I'm good, buddy.
I love how timid he got with this. He's like,
I'm alright, because I don't know what you want to do with it, but I can think of a few things, and yeah, I'm good. I'd rather not see my face on the Hog and Dog pic.
What if it was on a shirt, though? I mean, that
even
makes
then.
you kind of famous.
Yeah, that
no,
would kind of make you famous.
I would not want to be famous for that. Pete,
I'd be
who's
like-
that asshole? Oh, he's that prick who was on that crappy T-shirt.
They'd be looking at you going, "You're the hog, dude. You're the hog."
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
God,
clip out your
yeah.
head and put it on the hog.
That's fucked. Funny, but fucked.
Definitely fuck.
Because I mean, we can get like from like Teespring, we can do like our own T-shirt design, and we don't actually pay anything. We set the price for like what we want the people to pay, like the customers, and then whatever that Teespring or whatever takes their fee out of that. But that would be, get everybody to be able to have some funny ass shirts or whatever.
Yeah, we still need a logo and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Like we really definitely do. I mean,
We know that one artist, but he's always asleep.
Plus,
He's-
I mean,
I mean-
bitch.
Yo, his commissions take forever anyway, so it's all good.
And they end up
looking.
looking-
Guy, you're gonna be like 4 months in, so don't worry.
and they end up looking like Mass Effect Andromeda type of artwork. So,
Our gay
They're
vampire
always
dogs.
furry. The fuck?
oh, Mass Effect Andromeda has now $1.88 on Amazon.
It's like 25 digital on the Xbox store right now.
Yeah, it just makes me very happy to see that.
Yep.
Me too.
I'd
That
like to
means
see it at like $5.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, that it's coming. But I mean, there's never have I ever seen a brand new AAA game be at $15.88 this quick,
That-
this
yeah,
close
that-
to
Yeah,
release.
within what, 4 months, I think.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah.
happened like that. I mean,
Very- very rare, yep.
it has happened to like big games, but nothing to the point of like say a Mass Effect game or a
Yeah,
Call of Duty
we
game.
need an avatar.
Nothing of those.
We needed an avatar and branding. Like, I tried to throw a contest last year for this, and like people like I mean I made the rules pretty clear. I was like, hey man, like you guys, avatar and brand needs to be the same. It needs to match. We were getting avatars and branding that looked completely different. I was like,
Yeah,
and what sucked is the branding actually looked really fucking good. I was like, yo, this
But
is
the-
pretty cool.
the avatar just had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it all. Yep.
Yeah,
It was kind of depressing because there's some of that branding I wanted to use, but
Should have known better. If you want something from the internet, you will get the exact opposite.
well,
Okay, then we don't want branding or an avatar.
I threw down $100 on this. I was like, yo, like I'll do $100 on whatever you want, either cash or fucking gift cards, right? And a lot of people entered it, but like not one of them made the shit matching. Not one person made that shit matching. It was either too loud or it wasn't really there. You know what I mean? So it was like, fuck. All right. Well, I guess that just fell through. And I kept reminding people, and I get tons of messages on Discord asking, what are the specifics? So I repeated myself at least 30 times during that month, and nothing. And so I extended it, and nothing. So I was like, okay, I guess just this isn't happening. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and either work on some of it myself or pay somebody to do it. But I want a good artist.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
want a shit.
that's-
I don't want.
oh, I found
That's
an
what I was getting to.
I found
Like,
an
fuck it,
artist that
Do it.
I found an artist that I was going to try to see about her doing, for my channel or whatever, because she does a, almost like real life drawings, but I mean, she can draw it like however you want, like whatever you're wanting. But it's like for the right to use it commercially, obviously goes up. I mean, you can use it, you can use it for your YouTube channel and stuff like that. But if you want to put it on T-shirts, then you have to pay the extra fee. For her to release it for that. But it was like for everything that I needed, like for Twitter, YouTube, and the avatar, and then the commercial license was like $275. But she's a damn good artist.
Oh shit. I don't know if this is 100%, but I'm reading here that Hugh Hefner is dead.
What?
Oh,
Hugh Hefner dead at
man,
91.
Yep, #1 trend on Twitter that's not promoted.
Ain't that some shit?
No,
That's sad, man.
That's a legend, man. Say what you want about him. I know a lot of people don't like him and all that, but I mean, just talk about somebody who changed the world.
Oh, he definitely did.
He peacefully passed away due to natural causes at his home, the Playboy Mansion.
91 years old and still getting laid by 20-year-olds.
Right?
Living the dream.
Dude had it all, man.
That's crazy shit. That is crazy. Wow.
These last couple years have been brutal, man. We lost so many good people. Bernie Mac and fucking there's like two other prominent comics that died, and then there was a whole bunch of actors.
Robin Williams.
Middle of last year. Yeah, Robin Williams. Fuck, man. Terrible.
Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
Yep.
Michael Jackson.
Well, Michael Jackson was like, what, 2011? 12?
Something like that.
Something like that. But I mean, I actually liked Michael Jackson. I fucking like his music. Not all of it, but there's.
I've never been a Michael Jackson
really
fan.
Right. I don't know. I grew up on it. My mom listened to him a lot, and I ended up liking it later in life. So yeah, it's pretty good music. I like it. I've streamed it a few times actually.
You use bandages, Storm Spark, the same way you use guns. You just go to the bandage in your backpack by pressing Y or whatever, and then you hold down the right trigger.
Yeah.
But your health has to be below 75 to use it, or it won't work. So I was gonna make a video, but I don't normally do this kind of. Shut up, Rambo. But I don't normally. I think Rambo knows the guy. I know Brim does. I don't normally do this kind of video. It was going to be a reaction video or like an opinion piece on someone that I used to be kind of close with. Used to go by Gamer Nate, right? You know who I'm talking about, right, Rambo?
Yeah.
I know Brim does. Well, he goes by just Nate78 now. And when the Xbox One X was announced, he made a video. It wasn't very long. It was like 2 or 3 minutes saying PC gaming is now dead. And he made that, based on the Xbox One X specs. He said PC gaming is done. As much as I would like to maybe agree with that a little bit, it couldn't be more wrong. I mean, so what would you guys think of me maybe doing a reaction type video? To a couple different videos. Kind of like a rags. That type of is that what you're reacting to, or are you talking about like one of the reaction channel videos, like that type of thing? No, more along the lines of the rags thing. Kind of responding type thing. Yeah, but I don't want to start drama. I'm not that kind of person. I don't think
dive head first, bruh.
I don't think it's I don't think it would be taken as a drama video, because I think maybe you would just be correcting information, which I don't see that being a drama thing. I think drama is whenever you start going, if you're starting to attack him personally or something like that, or anything about him, about he just doesn't know shit and all that stuff. That's when you get into the drama. I think if you're just responding to the contents of the video, I think you'd be good. And I'd like to actually see what you have to say. Yeah, I mean, you've done videos like that, right, Rambo? Yeah. I mean, obviously, whenever I did the one on Dillweed, whatever his fucking name is, him and his little cronies from his channel or whatever came over and disliked my video, and then of course said a bunch of shit in the comments or whatever. I just ignore it, but I mean it passed quite a long time ago. So I mean I wouldn't Nate doesn't really have a fan base per se to where you're gonna have to worry about the hate too much from people. He has hate watchers that watch him to see if he goes crazy. I mean, yes. I mean, more than anything, you're gonna maybe even gain subscribers off of the fact that you did a video. So I mean, I would do one. I'd be interested to see what you have to say. Yeah, because that video has been sent to me a couple of times, and they're like, "This isn't the same guy you used to talk to." I'm like, no, it's not. He's not even using his brain.
I don't know. I mean, we all know we've known him to switch opinions pretty fast, pretty.
he is definitely gaming bipolar.
No, he really no. Actually, he is. He's probably got bipolar worse than you do, dude.
Oh yeah. That dude's fucking not stable at all. I was in the damn call whenever he had found the Lord, and I was like, "Oh my god, I just got to get out of here because I'm going to say something that's going to offend the living shit out of this dude, and I'm going to end up getting threatened with a knife." And
that's what he did to Dave.
That dude is not. Oh, and apparently he's not married to that lady anymore. I don't know if he still has the Lord or not. And he's quite the character, man. He is definitely quite the character.
Fucking Cyrus, he's like, damn, you found him? Question
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
He's one you found the
roboting like crazy.
My service is at 2 bars, so I don't know why. Maybe it's you.
Wow, you are all roboting right now.
All of us?
Say something, Rambo.
Mine?
Yeah, you're roboting. Pete, you? Is my internet dying out? Hold on.
Everybody go on.
Great.
Even our server that we're on is all Mars. What's his name? He just came back.
There we go. I control R is awesome. Just control R and it refreshes it.
Cyrus, I actually did my friend request on Facebook for the Holy Spirit.
Rambo.
I've done that too.
And I was like, yeah, no.
Yo, they're still roboting, so I'm trying to get them back. I don't know what the deal is with this.
I'm impotent or whatever. He wouldn't request me to know what I'm saying.
Rambo is still roboting. Pete, you hear me?
I can't hear Pete at all.
Oh, there we go. Now you're back to normal.
Okay, you guys there?
Yay! We're all back to normal again.
Pete.
Now I can hear Pete.
Say something.
Something.
There we go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you fucked Rambo, but okay. Oh, wait a minute. Something is going on with Suddenlink, dude. My TV is now pinwheeling.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah, it just crashed Netflix.
Oh, this is just fucking beautiful.
Goddamn tweakers need to stay out the desert trying to pull up the damn copper lines.
Yo, no joke. That shit's gonna annoy the fuck out of me. Not that it already doesn't, but, you know. It's fucking stupid, dude. Why can't people just go out and get jobs like normal people? Like, seriously.
You don't need to recycle our internet lines.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah. Fucking tweakers.
And, like, they can't even do it in Nevada or Arizona because there's no CRV tax. They have to go to California to do that shit.
Oh, did you see that Saudi Arabia is now allowing women to drive?
Watch their fucking fatalities just go through the roof.
What's funny, though, is that there was a verified account, James Martin. He's I guess, a reporter on Twitter that said it's 2017 and it's pretty sad when Saudi Arabia has done more for women than the United States.
It's not like women have been able to drive here for, ever or anything.
Yeah, I guess he eventually
mention
deleted the tweet
voting
because
and,
everybody called him out on his stupidity.
Right to marry whoever they want, right to control their bodies. God, I mean, why would any women want that? Those fucking idiots who say, I hope one day women have the same rights that guns do. You ever seen those signs, protesters?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because, when did you have to get a license for your uterus? I didn't know you weren't allowed to carry your uterus onto an airplane or in a school. Like, come the fuck on.
Just a heads up, there is an outage in our area. I just checked.
You saw the, what's it called? That Linda Sarsar or whatever, the one that leads the women's march. Yeah, that she leads the women's march or whatever. And she said that you would think that North Koreans would be lining up to come to the U.S., but sadly they're not. So that should tell you that should tell you something. Mm-hmm. I'm like going, are you really you're just a dumb fuck? I mean, this is the people that these people look up to and listen to, these lefties that go crazy. And like, you don't even know how fucking North Korea works. Like, anybody that is trying to get out of North Korea or does not proclaim him as the god or whatever is killed. And their families put in internment camps. It's not like that. They just have like this,
like the freedom of speech. Oh, I don't know. Maybe freedom of speech. That's probably a good, indicator. Fucking idiot. Or they don't have the ability just to say, you know what? I think I'm gonna go check out what America's like. No, like as soon as you say that, you're gonna be fucking killed. And there's already,
Jesus, like,
and there's what's funny is like their nearest escape from their prisons is China. And China, if they catch them, they just turn them right back over.
Yep. It's just another fucking I mean, like they go from one dictator to another.
Yep.
Like, just these fucking people are just idiots, man. Like, it just irritates the living shit out of me. Like, these are the people that all these young people are looking up to. And there was actually video, which is great. I loved watching this video. I shared it on Twitter. I retweeted it so y'all can look through your mentions if you follow me. Not your mentions, but your thread or whatever. You'll maybe see it. But it was Antifa, and there was a white guy. Like, this guy. Apparently, this guy didn't punch this one in particular Nazi. And so this as they're walking back, they're videotaping this, and one of the other Antifa members is yelling at him, talking about the time for performance is over. You're supposed to, if you're going to be an ally, you need to punch that Nazi. He's like, I've punched more people that whatever. They start having this argument. She's like, but you're white. You're the problem. You're part of the problem. You're inherently racist. You are racist. You have to punch a Nazi to prove that you're not racist. And I'm like going, like, this right here shows the people that no matter what, all those white allies that they have, the further and further we get to this race war, the more and more those allies are going to become easy targets for the people. And
that's fucking stupid. No, that's fucking stupid. So they are literally turning on each other now.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about what was it? Oh, Jesus. It was called like the empathy tent. There was a scuffle between Antifa in an empathy tent in Berkeley.
What? Why does it sound like Down syndrome's attacking Down syndrome right now?
They said it's this fucking tent, left-right dialogue, talk across the divide. Big old sign says empathy tent. And there was 4 fucking people who got arrested. One of them was carrying a weapon and shit.
Wow.
And then there was the 2 Antifa groups that beat the shit out of each other because they were white and they didn't know they were Antifa.
Whoa. I love how Antifa is supposed to be anti-fascist, but yet
right?
They're very much.
They're literally brown shirts.
I know, right? Like, that's so fucking. Oh my god! Like I said, Down syndrome attacking Down syndrome. That's all this is.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's actually it's fun to watch them like attack.
Oh, it's hilarious to watch. Yeah.
But I mean, these people should start like the quote unquote white allies that they call themselves or whatever should start like taking note of this, because the further and further we get within this race war, the more and more those white people that are on their side aren't going to be safe.
Oh yeah.
Do you think like America is going to go to war with itself?
I think eventually. I mean, if something doesn't like stop it soon, like here, I mean,
it'll be the war of the millennium. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, I mean, it's leading up to a race war, and I don't want to. I definitely don't want to see it, but it seems like it really is,
and they're going full speed ahead towards it.
Bruh, like they are fucking.
There doesn't seem like anything that can stop it.
I don't think it'll be the whole country like
oh no
they want it to be. I think it'll be them versus a small group of normal people, I guess, with guns. And
so not
there'll
too many
be
casualties, or you know.
Well, there'll be like a few skirmishes where these fucking Antifa idiots, maybe a couple of them will have guns, but you've seen the pictures they post. It's all fucking airsoft rifles and wiffle ball bats and shit. Fucking dude, they're in for some hard truth when they actually like try and really turn up the violence.
Yo, what's wrong with wiffle ball bats, nigga? You don't know the struggle. You're white. You don't know him.
Have you ever been hit with a wiffle ball bat? Sure.
These fuckers hurt, man. Them holes really like speed up the process of that bat, man.
Oh yeah,
things
were we
hurt.
supposed to have that ICYXM or what the fuck they're called come in here today? Like that was a thing.
Yeah, I've been taught. Well, no, I've been talking to him, and he's in UK. Of course, we're here, and he said that today was definitely a no go for him because he has what's it called, like a bunch of crap for work tomorrow morning, and so he wouldn't be able to come on late tonight. So he said Friday might work, might not. Just all depends because he has the launch party of the Cuphead, and then some other work related stuff. So he's not sure if he can make it then, but he definitely said he would do it because he also said he'd come in and drop Xbox codes in the chat too whenever he comes.
Oh, nice.
So just wait. We're waiting on the time frame whenever he can actually get it. I was going to talk to you because I said that if we could find a day like that, maybe you're off.
Yeah.
Then we can maybe do like an earlier stream, just a special stream that day, and like have a talk with him or whatever, so that way we can get him on.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so I mean.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him and maybe get something going.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So who wants to hear the stupid shit Kotaku is writing?
Oh boy. How stupid?
Game designer says that developers would be more candid if gamer culture wasn't so toxic. They just really don't like us, do they? Like
no,
this whole group of game devs and journalists and all, like that whole group, like they just hate gamers.
Well, the new ones that are coming out there, like they go to these dev conferences, they're being taught not to like us.
Yeah.
I mean, like their slideshows show. I mean, they've showed screenshots of the slideshow showing that, like them basically saying that we're all like Nazis and sexist pigs and everything like that. So I mean, it's no wonder that they think that. I mean, it just seems like that. Damn, like why would you want to go into making video games like as a dev if you just hate your fucking customer base so damn bad?
Look at League of Legends.
League of Legends, yeah. I mean, they've gone through how many different types of banning techniques? Like they've gone through what, 3 or 4? There's this
at
one
least
now where like the community sort of polices itself. If you're in ranked play and you get enough downvotes, you can actually get banned.
And that's just working out spectacularly for it, isn't it?
All they're doing is making more accounts.
Yeah, see, that's the trouble with the game being free. I mean,
Oh, it has
Shit,
nothing to do with the
Jetty
game being free, because Dota doesn't have that same problem, and neither does a lot of free-to-play games. It's these anti-toxicity measures. Like, you create two kinds of people. The first kind is afraid to voice chat or do anything like that because they don't want salty-ass 12-year-old reporting them, and then, have some retarded mod that okays it. And then the other half is just reports everybody for anything. It just fucking it becomes horrible. Who
I don't really
wants to
find
play a game with people like that?
I just don't find online gaming to be I just don't look at it as toxic. I just look at it as a bunch of locker room talk.
Right?
I've never gone into it. Like, I always joke around about, don't want to play Call of Duty because I don't want to find out how many people fuck my mom. It's always it's just a joke of mine, but I mean, it's like, I don't look at it and go, God, that community is just too toxic. No, it's just, I don't, it's just something I don't actively go out and seek or whatever. But I mean, at the same time I would never call it a toxic community. To me, it seems like the same thing as what happens whenever I was in wrestling or I was in baseball. And we were shit talking each other.
You get salty as shit players, and you get the normal one.
Yeah, I mean, we would just be shit talking each other and having a good time, and at the end of the game or at the end of the thing, we'd all be, "What's up?" So I mean, it was never really a. I hate whenever they label it as toxic, because I mean, I'm sure there's elements that are toxic. These people are just fucking, irredeemable whenever it comes to life itself that play these games. But I would say that's a very small portion compared to just all the trash talkers online. Yep. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with trash talking at all.
Yeah, it seriously is a part of doing anything competitive. And I don't mean the competitive playlist for those of you listening. I mean, just when you're put against another team or another person, it's natural to talk shit.
Yeah,
it really is. It's second nature. I mean,
and I mean, I don't understand the people who cannot handle people shit talking to them. I've never understood how these words affect you so fucking much that you feel like you have to report somebody.
I mean, shit, you guys know Ryth from the Game Talk server. We've told him we've fucked his mom and his aunt at the same time and spun him around, and we've said some bad shit, and he still comes back and hangs out. I mean, according to Brimstone's railed his entire family just about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That's honestly not even the worst article, though. These two aren't from Kotaku. One's from Motherboard.vice, and then the other one is Game Theory Chat. The website is Goats on RPG. So the Game Theory Chat is decolonizing RPG because they have a colonizating something violence problem.
Honestly, though, it's not like people are tracking down these people and going to beat their ass. And that's the way, they portray it, saying it's toxic and, dangerous and things like it's, yeah.
And World of Warcraft has a rape problem.
A virtual rape problem?
There's an in World of Warcraft.
And I was like, how the hell is that even possible?
Yeah, where aggressive players act out their rape fantasies on unsuspecting victims.
But it's in a certain server that is designed for that.
Yep.
So it's like the only way that you go into that server is if you know what that server is for, and then you complain because you went in there. That's what.
I might buy a month of World of Warcraft now just to see if I get raped.
Right? God. Stormspark, what Discord link do you get? What Discord link do you need?
I got placed number 3, man. I got to number 3. Oh,
damn.
God damn it.
Getting fucking close.
I gotta see how this plays out. I want to see who wins this.
You guys see what McJuggernuggets is doing now?
What's he doing?
You guys know who Michael McCrudden is, right? The dude that does the before they were famous things. Brim's seen him. I know he has. He's done one on like Keemstar and McJuggernuggets and
I know who. Okay,
Sniper Wolf. Yeah. Okay. Well, apparently he really fucked up the McJuggernuggets before they were famous, and now Jesse is tracking down Michael McCrudden to beat his ass. Apparently, so see how that goes. He went to Canada for real. I mean, he's actually in Canada in the most current video. I think he finds Michael McCrudden, and the video gets it's cut off there. So it's probably another series stunt thing, but it's kind of funny nonetheless. I mean, the one he meets up with like two of his friends, or I guess people he knew from online in Canada, and there's this one guy in the group that totally reminds me of Wright, except he's probably bigger and stronger. All he does is talk about Canada and Timmy's and getting a double-double. That's so fucking right. And Meme Chan. That's all they ever talk about when it comes to coffee. Is, well, I need to go to Timmy's. Timmy's this, double-double.
Well, thanks, Storm, for waiting. Yeah, dude, I didn't expect me to get up to third place, bro. Trust me.
Are you queuing in solo?
No, I'm in here with him.
Oh, okay, because it didn't say your team placed 3.
That is kind of, huh.
Yeah, because they're banning people that are queuing in solo but in groups.
I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know that either. So they need to just fix that. If you're in a party, you can't fucking go solo.
Right. I still can't believe I got the fucking number 3. I was kind of surprised, actually. I was like, no fucking way.
It's easier on Xbox.
Just bought Fortnite. Fuck it. Hey, it's a good game, dude. It is. It is a really good game.
The Battle Royale mode needs achievements.
Yo, Battle Royale mode is on... This shit's on point, dude. This shit really is on point. I actually really, really enjoyed this. Now, PUBG gets its dick together and fucking... And it runs good on Xbox. Sure, we'll get that shit and play it. I mean, why not? Even though the developer's a fucking retard. But hey, you know what? I'll still support him.
Oh, I'm going to get PUBG day 1 on Xbox for us. That's for sure.
Yeah. I like PUBG. I really do. I just think that right now, the way this handles already, and it's been out a shorter period of time than PUBG, it's already a step above PUBG right now. So dude needs to get his shit together and optimize that fucking game. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah.
Because Fortnite that's probably the greatest, no, I wouldn't say greatest, one of the best launches I've seen with a game that's massively multiplayer like this. There's no hiccups.
I mean, it's a little laggy, but that's every fucking 100% thing, though, isn't it? Almost all.
Yeah, there's 100 people in that game, and it runs damn smooth for that. I mean,
is there a way to DM somebody on YouTube?
There used to be. I don't know if they took it away.
I think you have to go to the channel, add the actual banner, and it will say message or direct message on the About Me part. All right, Storm, pick a spot where you want to go, bro.
You'll just hear it 5 minutes later.
I
wanted to go there, damn it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that shit.
Tonight when I stream, I'm going to try that FTL thing.
FTL?
Faster Than Light.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it is a good game.
It's
I sent you the server. I sent you the server link on YouTube, Storm.
The server link for here?
For Discord, yeah.
I thought he was already in this Discord, didn't
He used to be.
Yeah, he said he wanted the Discord invite link, so.
I just thought he was already here. If anything, you might have to pull him up.
So, did you platinum any more games, Rambo?
Oh, Rambo. Oh, there he is.
Have you platinumed any more games since last cast?
Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Oh shit.
Yo, so what is that site that loot or the loot or whatever the fuck it's called?
The lootgaming.wordpress.com.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a gaming website that they put out a tweet or whatever asking something that they were looking for more writers or whatever, and I sent them a tweet saying that I'd be interested if they wanted to have me or whatever. So the guy DM'd me and we talked and ended up getting a job writing for him.
That's cool. So how does that site kind of come off as? Like, are they legit? Are they pretty cool?
They seem to. I mean, all the guys I've not ran across any of the guys talking in there about like fanboy crap or anything like that. It's I mean, a lot of them are like Xbox centric gamers, but they don't trash talk the PlayStation side. They just simply focus like on their forte.
Yeah.
And they actually, whenever I came in, and they said it'd be nice to actually have somebody who is more of a PlayStation gamer, so that way we can actually even out and have a little bit more of the PlayStation articles as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they seem pretty legit. I mean, they seem like they're pretty focused on just trying to build their site for a true, honest, gaming media site. They also said that by being a writer, then you'll have it by. I guess the more you write articles and the more active you are within it and sharing stuff and from their site, that when they get codes to like review games or whatever, they'll pass them out first to those people that are the most active, and then go from there. So I mean, there's a good chance that that's another avenue for me to try to get more codes for I guess more AAA games, because websites have a bit more of ability to get like the Mass Effect games or the big games rather than me just going out and trying to ask for it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about it earlier, but I was like, I was just kind of spelunking around on their site a little bit. Did they just start?
Yeah, they just started. It's like in he's calling a beta phase now. Like he's the guy who runs it. Mm-hmm. He's getting us to write. The more and more that we're getting, he's trying to get even crowdfunded, I guess, to where he can then turn it into an actual true .com, and then go from there and hopefully get to the point of where he can actually pay as writers too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it seems like it's actually something legitimate. I'm getting it on the ground floor. So
is he a gamer? Like, is he a gamer himself or? Yeah.
He's his Twitter handle is Mike Xbox or Mike XBO, or at Mike XBO or whatever, and he's I guess he's an Xbox gamer, but he's focused. Most of his articles focus more on just like Xbox related stuff. But I've never had any of them. I even talked for quite a while with him about PlayStation and stuff like that. But I never had an inkling from him that anything was related to any fanboy crap or anything like that. I mean, he seemed like pretty up and up about wanting to create an actual website that gamers can go to and not have to get the bias bullshit and stuff like that. In fact, they said that
how about just a little less biased?
One of the rules are in there that if you engage in the things that you'll be kicked out if you're engaged in the fanboy crap.
Oh, now I could get behind that.
Yeah,
I could definitely get behind that. I could respect that because the shit that these fanboys do is cancerous as all fuck. Like, you can't even fucking game with your friends if your friends are even associated with some of these people, because they'll just tie them up in fucking stupid ass debating drama wars back and forth. I mean, it's cancer all around. Like, so that's cool. I'm glad that guy's taking such a strong stance against that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think he's really. I mean, the way he talks and the way his the article, the private articles, like for his writers to read and stuff. The way he comes across is very much that he wants to make this like kind of like the. I mean, obviously, I'm just kind of over simplifying things, but like the next IGN or the next Polygon, to where you're not so much like the direction they're at now, but like to that level of an actual website or whatever, to where people actually come to them for legitimate gaming news.
Right. Well,
Yeah. They're kind of tired of having too many all these places putting their political crap into it and their sexism and talking negative about one platform or the other, or just simply making up bullshit to show a bias towards one side or the other. He's just tired of that, like having media centric like that. So he's created this site and hopes that he can get people in here that is really focused on just gaming itself and has a love for gaming.
We should try to talk to him sometime.
You should. I mean, in fact, y'all should actually do it too, because they were looking for streamers as well that would stream like on the Loot Gaming channel, and stuff like that. So definitely y'all should talk to him. Excuse me. I'll send you. I'll DM y'all on Twitter, like his Twitter handle, and then you can send him a tweet or whatever and let him know that I sent you over, and talk to him about like the streaming and stuff like that, and let him know the platforms you play on, so that way he knows like what he can expect as far as like if y'all are interested in the streaming or writing or even both, because y'all could possibly even do PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
Because from what I gather, I can't see a lot of. The site says it's for your place for console articles, news, reviews, and giveaways. We cover every gaming platform. I don't see anything on here about PC, but I'm sure that I don't see any articles written about PC. So that's one area, one platform that they I guess don't have it on.
Yeah.
So that might be one for y'all as well. So that way, because it's always good to cover everything, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, you got killed by somebody named J Killer Rules with a Z. That's like one step above like XXX Legolas XXX on World of Warcraft.
Why do you gotta be such a negative asshole, Pete?
Or Doom Guy number 4327.
So that's really all he's about, though. He's not really about that drama shit. He's really just about wanting to fucking have a good site.
Yeah. He's really the only thing he really wants is something just related to gaming, and just to keep it strictly gaming, and none of the bullshit is about like the Xbox One X is going to outperform the PS4 Pro. None of that bullshit. Just like if you're going to write about the Xbox One X, then make the article focus on the Xbox One X. So to me, that's really what kind of like made me want to like get with him and write for him or whatever, is because like I'm tired of seeing like so many fucking people or so many articles that's like they can't just like keep the subject matter, the console, or the subject matter, the game or whatever. They've always got to like try to find a way to throw in a dig at the other side or whatever, and it's like why do I need that? Like why do I need to read an article about the PS4 Pro, but then have that one slight dig towards the Xbox or vice versa? Just be able to let me actually read an article about a game or a system that I like or whatever, and actually be about that system or game, and that system or game only. So he seems pretty legit and up and up. And he seems like he's got a pretty good plan ahead for the site. So I hope it takes off. It's getting pretty good traction right now. I think there's like been a little over like 3,000 hits to the site so far.
Oh, so
and it has
really fresh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it just started not too long ago.
I'm gonna probably end up looking into this guy then, because that seems like it would be interesting. I mean, I used to write a lot for sites, but it was like a one-off piece. It'd be like my first Diablo piece, or it would have been my, just one-off. So like, I wouldn't mind getting my hands onto a site that welcomes articles all the time, and then they're not going to go under anytime soon. Because every site that I've ever gone to has like later down the line gone, went the way of the dodo. Just fucking disappeared.
Yep.
They give up way too quick because, like, you're gonna lose money for the first few years easily, if not longer, and you need to go into it knowing that. And if you don't, then you're gonna fail.
Yep, and I mean, he seems like a. I mean, like you said, he's already got the I guess the mindset of getting crowdsourced. So he knows the trouble, I guess the mountain's coming to where he's going to have to, gather some money, whether it be his own or through crowdsourcing. So he's got like a pretty good business plan going forward for the site. So, I mean, to me, I like I said, I DM'd y'all his handle and the handle for the actual Loot Gaming website, or the Loot Gaming Twitter. And, definitely hit him up, and he's UK, so he's asleep now, but like first thing in the morning, like around 7 or 8, I know that he's awake at that point. And anytime after that, just think that's his normal day, is from like starting at around 7 or 8 and then kind of moving forward. But hit him up and like tell him that, that I sent you over there, and then he will, maybe even get you to put on there to write and stream. So
maybe, yeah.
That would be cool.
I'll actually send a message, and they use an app called Band, and that's where all the communication is handled. Like instead of like a DM on Twitter or whatever, it's through an app called Band. It's a free app. You can either use it on the website or on your app on your phone. But that's where everybody goes to when they talk about the articles that they're going to write, and anything that anybody needs an article, that's where everything's handled through there.
That's cool. So how many articles? I mean, like I said, I was just kind of skimming through it this morning.
I saw Rambo wrote one about the Games of Gold.
No, I didn't. I wrote that one. I wrote my review for Uncharted Lost Legacy, and then I wrote the PlayStation Plus games for October, and that hasn't been approved yet. He said for the first week, like it has to be looked over, and then once they,
so he does have editors. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he does have editors, and he said for the first week the editors are you can't post an article without the editors looking it over, and after that, if they haven't had any problems with you or whatever, then you have full reign just to publish whenever you want to. And then if they run into issues with like misspelling or utilizing, because they do check to see if you are plagiarizing. And so if they find that out, then they will, like, if they find out you plagiarize, you don't even get a chance. Like, you're done. You're out. But if they find that you like stole like some pictures or whatever that that not really so much that weren't yours, but that you didn't have the right to use. Obviously, Google Photos is free or whatever. But if you're just like taking artwork from an artist that you didn't pay, well then that's whenever they'll revoke your right to publish, and then you have to go back to an editor to be checked and stuff like that.
See, with me, I always did my own screenshots for my
me too.
Yeah, my own screenshots. I think it's shit that people do that shit.
Yeah, that's what when I write the articles, whenever I wrote my articles and even my review, that I use my own screenshots, and I didn't see no point in trying to take somebody else's.
What about you, Pete? Aren't you going to start making videos? The benchmark thing, right?
I don't know about benchmark, but I'm working on some stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But now that I'm a journalist, maybe I can actually
Hey,
start working on.
if fuckers at Kotaku and Polygon can call themselves journalists, then I don't see why you can't either.
Well, I mean, technically, since I am a writer for a website, then that would be a journalist, wouldn't it? Without the degree, of course. I mean,
Would it though?
Like you need a
Who
degree.
needs a degree?
in 2017, yes, it would be Brim. Now, back in like a few years ago, no. Like I would have to require like credentials and a degree and all that kind of stuff. But now, anybody can be one.
He can identify as what he wants. Don't take that right from him.
Yes. Like you are like really hurting me now. Like you're assaulting me.
It's virtual rape. He's calling the police right now.
And so maybe I can eventually get Twitter to actually verify me. If I can get enough writing done with this thing, I can actually get a verified Twitter and be like, "Look at me, plebs."
How the
Not only
fuck
did I
do
get
you
the 200
verified on Twitter?
Not only did I get the 280 characters, but I got
You
the
gotta
blue
be in the
check.
club. I mean, what Sargon? I mean, he's kicked off and everything, but I mean, he went years and Jesus, he had what 4, 5, 600,000 YouTube subscribers, and God knows how many Twitter followers and Facebook followers and all that. You know, and there's all sorts of people like that, and Milo getting kicked off and shit like that. So you got to be one of the cool kids who knows Anita and Macintosh and all them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to once I get my blue check to actually interviewing Fem Frequency. Just kidding.
I was gonna say that would be interesting.
Yeah, no, I
next
can't.
day,
That
blue
would
check
no,
is
I
gone.
couldn't. Yeah, the blue check would be as gone as quick as it got there.
I'd be more surprised if Fem Frequency actually just took an interview.
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean, it would be like, yes, I'll do an interview, but you have to send me all your questions ahead of time, and then I will tailor them to my liking, and then I will send them back to you, and then you can just ask me those questions and those questions only.
That sounds about right too.
Yeah. Well, she couldn't answer, do you really believe the things you're saying? You know, in the middle of a conference at one of the biggest YouTube events of the year. That's kind of a softball question to trip up on.
But I mean, have y'all noticed though that like PlayStation is like here lately been killing it with like their free games each month?
Yeah, their free games have been on point. I'll give them that.
I just heard of another one too. What is it that's coming next month?
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Campaign.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what's crazy is that like they would PlayStation would be the one the type that was giving away like a really good game and then go like 9 months and giving away just nothing but indies, and then a really good game and then 9 months of nothing but indies, and everybody was complaining, and Xbox was doing like 2 or 3 months of good games and then maybe 6 months of indies and 2 or 3 months of good games and 6 months of indies, and then now it's kind of like got to the point to where like Xbox is not really doing a lot of like top tier games, and PlayStation like for consecutively now for like the past 5 months have been doing like some top tier games, like a lot of their exclusives as well, which is it's like kind of weird how things are working out. I mean, I like the Xbox offerings, but like you, Brim, or Shaner, I think I own most of them.
We only own everything, okay?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, no. So,
I mean, they do have the better games list right now, so why not sacrifice a little sales to flaunt the free goodness?
why not?
Makes sense from their point of view.
But I mean, to me, I don't know. I mean, I think that it's cool that like
All
I
right.
guess that PlayStation has listened in that instance.
What did they listen to?
They listen to the feedback of like the community saying like you've been giving
Better,
us
yeah.
shit games.
Better games, yeah.
Yeah, and then like I don't know if it's them listening or they just happen to like just be getting better deals or whatever. But here like this year, I mean, they've been doing a damn good job at getting us at least one AAA game every month.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got fucking waffle stomped. Jesus. Ugh.
Oh, did y'all see the
By
the
Elite
thing?
Boy. X Elite Boy X. BOI. Yo, it's your boy Elite Boy, aka X Elite Boy X, aka. Oh my god.
You asshole.
Somebody like shared a thing on Twitter, or whatever. It said that your stripper name is the color of the color of underwear you have on plus the last thing that you ate. And he said that like quote tweet him or whatever, or reply to him with it, so that way he could laugh. And mine ended up being fucking blue waffles. I'm like going that's just the wrong fucking thing. Like shit, I should have picked either a different pair of underwear or ate something different for breakfast. But
Black Mexican Pizza. That's not a very good Sherpa name.
no, like you're probably not gonna make a lot of money.
It'll work. It'll do.
I'm definitely not making a lot of money with blue waffle though. I mean, they're like, nah, you're good.
Hot dog.
Hot dogging.
Hog and dog.
Hog and dog ice cream.
Rambo would totally eat that ice cream.
No,
would.
I couldn't, man. I no.
So good news. My comics shipped.
I don't know what I do, but I do it.
Your comic shipped. What, did you actually get a comic or something?
I got 6 of them free on Batman Day. I just had to pay $3 for shipping.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
cool.
Batman took a knee, so.
That's stupid
Horrible.
fan art. Don't pay attention to that shit. Batman takes no knees for no one.
But he did. Trying to say it's canon.
You're saying you take a knee, but really, everybody's just been taking a bunch of arrows to the knee.
Killed their adventuring careers.
Old meme.
Oh god, that's a meme that will never die.
Never. Harambe, dude. Harambe will never die.
No.
He
you
lives
guys are
on
wrong.
forever.
Tomorrow I'm going planking.
You're going planking? Oh shit! Like that. I remember when that thing came out. Like, it was like, what in the hell are these people fucking doing?
Tomorrow I'm going to go to Brim's house and go planking on his deck.
Did you hear that? He's gonna go planking on my dick.
That's what I heard. I was like going,
He's
dude. Like
dick.
the more, like you keep, I don't know, man.
What?
You are more and more like just coming out. Like
What
I like
the
this.
fuck are you
We're
talking
like a
about?
good, we're like a good therapy group for you.
I don't get what you're talking about because I said I'm going to
You
go
said you
planking
were
at
gonna-
Brim's house.
On his dick.
I said on his deck.
No, we all heard
D-E-C-K.
dick.
No,
Ask
then
the
you're
chat. Ask
fucked
the
up in the
chat.
head if you heard dick.
Ask the chat. Did y'all?
Press
Chat,
F
did
in the
y'all
chat.
hear him say
If,
deck? Or
Yeah.
say,
I
type in number
said
one.
deck.
if it sounded like dick, press F in the
Type
chat.
Yeah, type
You
one
guys
for
are fucking
dick,
assholes. You know
or
that?
type
You're
2 for
assholes.
deck.
I heard dick. I mean, I'm just saying.
I heard. Yeah, I
You
heard
guys
dick.
are fucked up. You're fucked up. I said deck and you know it.
Dick? What?
Yeah,
Assholes.
sorry, the chat is agreeing. They all heard it too.
That's a sea of ones and Fs.
Well,
Yeah.
you typed like 1 and F like twice. So same with you, Rajik. Go get. I've seen. Yep.
No,
All right,
go get
well,
with
Well, I mean,
only
they're
one.
just making sure that
Cyrus is
they're
only
making
once.
sure that you know that.
Oh, now go gets twice. Okay.
Either way, we all heard dick. It's fine.
Yep.
We're not judging you. It's okay, Shane.
You don't even, dude. That's like 50% of the people watching the podcast right now.
They all love the dick too, Shane. Not a
You
big deal.
you've done been voted off the island, bruh.
You guys are monsters.
The council has spoken. The word was dick.
Shane is into penis. We all now know. Poor Shane. Can't get a break. Can't get enough dick. Man, what's wrong with this world?
If I was into dick, I could get plenty of dick.
Yeah, we know you could.
So it comes out.
I said if I was into dick. I'm not.
I didn't hear if.
This is one of those. If I did it, this is how I would have done it.
Well, because I don't do anything half-ass. If I was gonna be gay, I would be fucking gay. I mean, I wouldn't, like touch bases with. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you hear that? He says I'd be fucking gay. I heard that.
You think
I heard
if
that
he was
too.
like going big, he'd be like, I'd be bi. I'd be the biased motherfucker there is.
You go big or go home.
He says that
Yes,
he says that shit to all the dicks that he touches.
Yep.
Yeah, Cyrus basically gave like what was going on in your head when you were saying that. Like, don't say dick, don't say dick, don't say dick, dick. Like, yeah, pretty much that's what happened. You were trying to convince yourself not to say dick, and you ended up saying dick when you was going to go planking.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go and claim my engrams from the Destiny Rockstar.
What's that all about? What am I redeeming codes for?
Cryptarch.
You redeem-
Here we go.
Yeah, those codes will give you like what you'll go to you'll go to that website, then you'll go to your Bungie.net account, and you'll accept the codes. And then you can't, like, if you're in the game, it won't show up until you exit the game and go back into it. And then when you go into the tower or the farm, the Cryptarch there will have your engrams.
But what do the engrams do?
They're blue engrams so you'll either get a gun or a armor piece that is based on your light level or whatever. It'll be a little bit higher than your light level that you are. It's always good to do it, like, if you're struggling to get to at least 260. Like, once you hit, like, 260 and stuff, it's, like, it'll basically just drop at a 260 mark. And then, like, the only way to get past, like, 260 is to just keep farming, like, public events and stuff like that, because certain things will start dropping gear. Like, for 260 to 270... it takes a while because the stuff that drops is either at 260 or very rarely you'll get one like at 267. But then once you get over that hump, and then you're going pretty good, and then once you get to like 280, then you'll start seeing stuff drop like at 285 and stuff like that. So it's just like that 260 hump is where the grind starts, and once you get past that, then it kind of goes pretty fast again.
Yeah, I really got to get into some Destiny 2. I bought the game and everything. I mean, I've redeemed enough of these fucking codes.
It's a lot of fun, man. I started playing a little bit before I, like, leveling up my hunter or whatever, before I came on the podcast. And, I mean, there's a good chance that, I might actually be staying up all night because I had to go to my daughter's, I guess, treatment team meeting today, early this morning, so I barely got any sleep. So when I got back home, I thought, well, shit, I'm gonna take a nap. And then at 4:30 I woke up, and so I'm like, well, shit, so much for a fucking nap. I like slept my fucking 12 hours, and now here I am. So chances are I probably won't be that damn tired tonight, so I might just go back once we're done and like grind out my hunter to get him leveled up, and then hopefully this weekend I can find somebody to do the Prestige Nightfall, the Raid, and then do Trials and get one win. And if I can get those three things done this weekend, I will have the Destiny 2 Platinum.
Oh, shit. It's really a hard game to Platinum, huh?
Actually, it's really not. A lot of the stuff that a lot of the trophies are just going to come naturally through progression. there's going to be like the three. You have to, if you're going to be playing all three, creating all three different classes of characters, then you just got to play all three characters through. Because each character will you get to unlock 2 different subclasses for them, and then that's a trophy. Like once you unlock all 3 subclasses for each character, for each hunter, warlock, and titan. Other than that, the rest of them are pretty much all, I guess, progression based. There's one that's like get 15 pieces of exotic gear, and so that one's kind of like the luck of the draw. But it's not really so much if you do. I mean, you're gonna definitely get it if you play it each week, because every time that you do like the call to arms, like basically the Crucible weekly thing, then you will eventually get an exotic out of that, which will count towards that. Something all in all, it's really mainly all progression based. And then the 3 that aren't are the Prestige Nightfall. It's either a Prestige Nightfall or a Prestige Raid. You can choose either or. The raid's fucking hard, so Prestige basically is just hard mode of the raid. And so that's the reason why I say Prestige Nightfall, because I think that's going to be a little bit easier. And then get one win on trials, which you need 4 players to do trials, and then do the raid. Those 3 things really aren't progression based. Those are just kind of like if you can find the team to do it, then you can get it done. Sparehu, do you have a 4K TV? Or do you have plans to get a 4K TV?
No, Gavin, I'm not by.
Yeah, he is. I'll let him for you.
I am married.
His wife is his mustache. Oh yeah, he's getting a turtle. You're getting a turtle, right?
Yes, I am getting a turtle.
That's a gay thing to get.
Dude, he's gonna get a turtle, and its name is Shelby Fluffy.
Yeah, it's an African side neck turtle. I got it picked out already.
So you're gonna own an African? That's racist.
Yeah. Hey, African turtle lives matter. And my wife wants to name him Harry, so his name is going to be Harry.
You gonna have a hairy turtle?
His name is going to be Harry. Yeah, I don't know why my wife wants to name him that, but his aquarium is going to be on my desk, so he'll be my podcast buddy.
What makes you want to get a turtle?
I've always liked turtles, and I heard they're really easy to take care of, and aquariums are relaxing, so at least for me they are.
That works.
And you know as well as I do, like, living the way we live, anything where you can just get a moment of, like, serenity is good.
Oh, yeah.
And they're cheap, too. Like, turtles are only $30, and the aquarium is, like, $20. And so it's not inexpensive at all.
No,
you don't need
they're
to
not
fill it
really...
with water or do anything like that.
Yeah, they get a landing space in the aquarium.
Yeah.
It stays dry.
But I mean, you don't need you don't need an 80-gallon tank all the way full and then worry about it breaking and water getting everywhere.
No.
None of that kind of nonsense. We caught a turtle once. Oh, me and my dad were fishing. Kept it in our backyard for a while.
What, in the American River?
I can't remember if it was the Sac River or the American River, but it was one of them.
They've been fishing in the American River, dude. I was all out there all day. I've never caught a fish that wasn't at a trout farm. And even at a trout farm, I had a hard time catching one fish. I've only ever caught one.
We used to get fish all the time, but they stopped stocking Folsom Lake. And there's been a lot of problems, especially with the droughts, the rivers and shit. So fishing hasn't really been that great lately.
Fish don't like me. I mean, for real, man. I'm like allergic to most of them, so I can't eat them, and I can't fucking catch them. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't have sushi. I forgot about that.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allergic to
I wouldn't mind
salmon?
eat
Every way
sushi.
possible.
Even salmon?
I don't know. I've never had salmon.
Oh, man, if I couldn't have salmon,
I
that
can
would
try.
be a life
I just
worth
ask
living.
my doctor for an EpiPen first.
I don't, man. I'm not a fish person. I do not like eating fish.
Not even fish fillets from McDonald's.
No, God, no. Like those are even worse than. I mean, I guess the only fish I'll eat is like from Long John Silver's. But anything else, like that, well, I take that back now. If I went down to like say New Orleans, I could eat like a tuna steak. But other than that, no, I'm not eating no cod and all that shit. No.
Yeah, for some reason, like McDonald's fish fillet or like tuna fish doesn't bother me.
It's
But
fake
McDonald's
fish.
probably isn't even real fish. So
Yeah, the McDonald's fish isn't fake. It's fake fish, and the tuna that's in the cans isn't actually. It's like just.
It's pretty processed.
It's basically your hot dog of fish.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It's not just the tuna. It's not just tuna. It's actually just all the different parts mixed up and grounded up together.
yep. Which is actually, if you think about it, pretty healthy.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Because,
it's just
like,
not
a lot of
something
the-
that you'd probably eat normal.
No, yeah.
At least I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not really.
That's
big
the
on
thing.
eating
Nobody
a
likes
fish
eating
asshole
fish
and-
heads. You
Yeah,
know,
fish assholes
but-
and fish heads and.
Sometimes the heads are, the most nutrient dense part.
I don't know.
I-
I like all kinds of fish. The only thing I haven't really tried is like what is it? That cuttlefish shit. Like I haven't tried that, but I've eaten crab. I've eaten lobster. I mean, I love sushi. I can eat sushi for days. Sam's Club actually, as of recently, has had a really good sushi setup now. Like they didn't used to, but now they have shit that's like goddamn near restaurant quality, and for like a fraction of the cost. So I'd be doing some of that shit lately too.
I mean, for some reason, it's hard for me to get past the smell of fish,
Yeah.
and that's really where like a big portion of my not eating it comes from. That and like I guess seafood in general, like the lobsters and shit. Like I can't eat that shit because I like popping open the fucking shell and like I don't know, just there's something very barbaric about it.
I've always been more of a pizza, burger, and fry kind of guy.
Me
man.
too.
Yeah.
I'm just like a more wholesome, like American shit like that.
I eat everything. I'm a fat guy.
Steak and potatoes, hamburgers, French fries.
No lie, I could eat fucking burgers and fries like every day of my life and be happy.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Right. Like, there's so many different ways you can make them where they don't get old.
Yep. I agree. Yo,
Are you
how do
doing
hey
the-
guys, how do I activate my healing circle?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
So I know left trigger.
Your supercharge ability?
No, my left trigger is a grenade, my fire grenade or whatever. How do I activate the ability to the far right of that little bar?
Are you talking about Destiny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, you hold down. Okay, you're playing Xbox, so you hold down. See the far right button, the B button. You press that twice, like bam, bam, real fast. Or hold B, yeah.
Oh.
What is that ability all the way to the right?
On Warlocks, it'll either be like a healing circle that where you and your team can stand inside that circle that it makes, and it'll give you health, or you can choose on your subclass screen to turn that into like where your weapons do more damage. And so that's what the Warlock is. On the Titan, you have either a half shield, like it looks like a little barrier that's like about halfway up where you're basically crouched down and then you stand up and shoot, and or you'll create like one big huge tiny like a big wall type shield. where it's like full size, where you can't get shot at all, and you can't shoot them because you can't shoot through it. On hunters, you get like a shade step, like to where you kind of like blink over to another area, like basically where it jumps you over in whatever direction, but you don't, like, people don't get to see you jump. Like, it just basically teleports you over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm working on as my hunter as well. That's the only character I have right now. So
I love my warlock.
Hey, I'm definitely a warlock master race.
My warlock is fucking beastly.
I play
Cyrus,
in like every game.
Cyrus says like that you are a burger fry penises, right, Shanker? He even called you Shanker.
You know, like Wanker and Shane, the same name, Shanker. Right?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna start calling you, Shanker.
You son of a bitch. You guys are so mean.
It's because
garbage human.
It's because you're racist and you bought yourself. You're gonna be buying yourself an African animal.
I can't help it. That one looks the most like a turtle. The rest of them are like red and blue, and I don't like that. Like, this one looks like an actual turtle, but he's small.
Storm, what do you mean? Like they have pointless exotic armor? Like the exotic armor for the warlocks I like is the chest piece that has wings on the back. And then whenever you jump and you start shoot, like when you're aiming and stuff like that, then you freeze up in the air and you can kind of shoot from up top and get over some of those Cabal with that fucking shield. And you actually have the ability on there to where if you're hitting headshots, it'll actually extend the ability of how long you're up in the air. The Titan, though, man, that new Titan Slam fucking sucks, because before, like on Destiny 1, they'd come up and just slam down, and like they would use their super basically at one time with one big Titan Slam. And now the dude can fucking Titan Slam like 3 or 4 times before his super runs out.
Yeah, that shit's kind of ridiculous now. And like each one can still hit you for once and be dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's god tier, man. That's gonna be my second class.
Yeah, I like my Titan. Yeah, that's my second class too, is Titan. I mean, I love the Titan Slam whenever I'm using it. I just hate it whenever I'm playing Crucible and I get hit with the fucking, or I see somebody with that subclass on and he activated a super. I just start running. I'm like, just get the fuck out of there and run and just try my best to not get killed.
Yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
No, Neverland. Titans are not for bums, man. Hunters are for bums.
What?
Hunters are like the girls of Destiny.
Yeah, they're pretty squishy.
I
do just fine in Crucible with my hunter, so fuck you.
I don't know. I know that one of the streamers that I played with him and went, because he had like a little raffle thing in his what's it called, in his chat stream, and I won the raffle to join him and his other buddy on Trials of, or the trial, it was basically, back then it was Trials of Osiris, and we all went flawless. And he's a hunter and he was badass with it. Like I don't know how the fuck he does all the shit that he does, but I can never get good with a damn hunter.
It's about staying away and not going in close combat.
See, I'm more of a Rambo type guy. Just run up there and just like, fuck it, let's just do it until I die.
Yep. That's how I play my fucking warlock.
See, that's how I play like Call of Duty and stuff, but with Destiny, I'm not so up close. I don't know why.
The only thing I miss about the game is the Warlock used to have the self-res ability, and they took that away, which was really helpful in the raids, because like if you get to an area in the raid where there's no revives available, then you could still revive. Like you could still get up, because I like thinking in this raid on the second portion called like the bathhouse, you have like five revives available, and then once you pass the 5 revives, if somebody on your team dies, and they're just dead for the rest of the time until you have to wipe or whatever. But the self-res would come in very handy because at that point, if you're like the 5th person and you hit your max revives, then you could just simply revive yourself and continue helping your team. But they took that out, which sucks because that was like one of the best freaking things about being a warlock.
Did you get that gun from the Rockstar codes, Brim?
No, this was a PvP match I got it from.
What level are y'all?
I'm just starting.
30 something. I've barely played this game.
Nice. So you level 3 or you?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that for some reason, like in the very beginning, like up until probably around like actually level 20, your gear, your light level basically will tell you what level you're on because not too many people are level 40 or light level 40 and level 2. You know.
Mm-hmm. So,
What do you mean 30 FPS trash, Neverland? Destiny runs smooth as fuck on the consoles.
It really does.
Under 120 is just pleb shit.
And Storm, I'm level 20 and power 291.
No, I'm surprised with how good 30 FPS looks. Because usually when you hear 30 FPS, you get the jittery shit. But no, this is really good.
They did a really damn good job at that.
Like, I wasn't going to buy Destiny for quite some time. But after it launched, seeing Rambo play it and talk about it, seeing a bunch of live streamers play it and talk about it, it looked too good. I had to get it. I mean,
it's turned a lot of Destiny haters into Destiny lovers. Like they a lot of the people that hated and actually clowned a lot on Destiny 1 have now purchased Destiny 2, and they're actually saying that they see the light, and now they're like they can't wait for the expansions and can't wait for Destiny 3.
I want them to have a good life cycle with this game.
Oh, me too. But I mean, the first one lasted 3 years, so I mean that's a pretty good life cycle, and
yeah,
for the first one, and of course the second one, and then if they can do like another 3 or 4 years with this one, and then continue doing that, this game might actually end up being one of the console games like equivalent to like say World of Warcraft or League of Legends that are just around for quite some time.
There's still a ton of people playing Destiny 1.
Oh yeah,
I know that because I was doing PvP the other morning with it, and I got into a game just as fast as I got into this one. Now at the beginning, not so, but like now they're pretty equaled out. Pretty decent shit, not too bad. I was a little worried, but you know what? I'm glad I got it. Cause I ended up getting the DLC, the Iron Banner or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh yeah,
and,
Rise of Iron.
The Rise of Iron, yeah. And I noticed there's a lot of shit that I was missing from the story, so I was like, okay.
The Rise of Iron's whenever you get introduced to Siva and what it is and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's different though in Destiny 2, right? Like the entire base story you get with the base game, and then they just add on to it, right? It's not scattered.
Yeah. I mean, Destiny 2 has like a full on story, and like the story just kind of continues building on itself out even after you finish the campaign. But then of course, like I mean, the story, I guess it'll end up being kind of like fragmented, like just not like you've been playing it all the way through. But if you try to get in late, then you would definitely have to get all of it in order to get the full story, because like the next expansion is probably going to either add a second type of story to it, like a branch of a story, or it's going to just further on the story that we're in. It's kind of I don't really know what their plans are with it, but that's how. Like Destiny 2 is more the complete package than what. Basically, Destiny 2 is almost like the full story of Destiny 1 and the first 2 expansions. Like the kind of like it tells about that much story.
Okay. So finishing the campaign or whatever, you walk away with like a regular like Uncharted type story.
I wouldn't say Uncharted type story, but I would say definitely because Uncharted
it's kind of like the lore in like World of Warcraft.
you definitely walk away knowing that you played a story.
Oh,
Like you
okay,
you get a
good.
full complete to like the beginning to the end. You don't have to sit there and kind of wondering like why you're doing something. Like because you get a full like description of what's going on and what like why you're there and what you're doing and where you're headed, and you get the full complete package. I just wouldn't put it on the level of like say an Uncharted story, because like Naughty Dog does like a hell of a job at like in a very long
so
story.
At least like a Call of Duty or Halo level, then.
Yeah, I would say because Halos are typically like the older Halos were longer than the Call of Duties, right?
Oh yeah.
I would say it was pretty much like an older,
Well, even the older
Halo game.
Call of Duties were. I mean, Modern Warfare 1 was pretty long.
Bro, you could run through a Call of Duty campaign in like 5 or 6 hours.
Not the Modern Warfare 1 campaign. That was at least like a 12 or 14-hour campaign.
I actually don't think I played that one.
Was I just good at it then? Like, I mean, I ran through that game pretty quickly.
I mean, speed run maybe like 8, 9, but I mean, I know anything past like Modern Warfare 2 or 3, they were all just like kind of 8 or 9 hours tops. But you know, especially even like the first two, the World War II CODs, the first two, those had
World at War.
No, the ones before that, like like Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty
1, 2, and 3, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play 3, but 1 and 2, like there were I can't remember if it was 2 in one and 3 in the other, or 3 in both, but they had there was the Russian, the American, and some of them had like either German or British or whatever. And they were pretty long campaigns.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty you could get through the Destiny 1 story, like the campaign, pretty quickly. This one, some missions, I think, I mean, at least they felt like it. I wasn't really timing them. But some missions that you're doing in the campaign feel like about 10 to 15 minutes long themselves.
Rambo, you're a journalist. You got to time this shit now.
But yeah, I mean, I would probably put it on the level of like a COD Halo type campaign.
Well, these are the original creators of Halo,
you said like a COD Halo? No, I wouldn't even say that, because Destiny is, I would say, with all there's a lot of complexity to it, actually.
I'm talking about just the campaign size, like the campaign size, like that.
Size, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, like, if we're talking about lure here, no, I would say.
Oh no, God no.
Yeah, that's the thing. The story itself is a lot shorter, but it's spread out over a lot more gameplay.
No, the story. I
mean, not necessarily shorter, but you know what I mean. You know, it's not like not some super detailed, like, you know, grand. You know, it's no, oh man, like a Baldur's Gate or something like that. You know, there's no political intrigue and you know, Game of Thrones type shit. But you know, it's a lot of gameplay for, you know, how much story there is. Because it's a multiplayer game. You know, it's not a single player game. You're not sitting down for, you know, just banging out a campaign. You know, you're actually playing with other people.
Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of campaigns, I finished Gears 4. It was so good. Didn't you have a problem with it?
Yes, I had a huge problem with it. I think
what was your problem with it? I'm dying to know
first of
now
all,
that I finished
first of all, they told they went the fucking safe route by using JD as the story they were building around. Like they spent the whole game setting up Gears 5. That's it.
Yes,
but
I can see that. Yeah.
To me, I think they should have told, because they were basically like you were playing as JD, but to me it felt like they were telling more of the story related to the girl than they were from JD's point of view. So I mean, it's kind of like, if you're going to be telling me all about this girl, why not make the girl like the lead and like focus on her and build the story around her? But I mean, I understand why, because obviously they couldn't set up a Gears 5, you know, as good as they did with like that. But to me, she was more interesting than JD. JD just was not an interesting character at all.
JD was, in my opinion, he was like a lot of filler, and they did tell, you're right, more of the story through the girl and through Marcus Phoenix, and Marcus isn't even in the whole damn game.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how they focused really. they made you play as like the main protagonist, which really didn't have much of the story arc. The rest, everybody else had the story arc, and it was mainly the girl. And then next was, like you said, like Marcus, and he was only in it for a certain period of time.
Maybe a quarter of the game, not
it
much
really
at all.
It just didn't really feel like the same level as like the Marcus series. And obviously, I mean, it's not going to, because Marcus was a different character than what these are. But it seems like if they were going to focus on JD, they could have built a Marcus type story around it. They just didn't seem to do it. They just went really the safe route with this game, and it just kind of was disappointing. It was kind of like I'd rather just get this game over with. And that the stupid horde modes that they put into the game, like that.
I didn't like that. The wave mode, yeah. No.
Yeah, to me, it was more like they couldn't think of anything else to fill it with, so they just filled it with horde mode to extend the length of the campaign. And to me, that was just kind of pointless. I was like, why am I doing a horde mode in the middle of a campaign? You do it like 3 or 4 times. It just seemed like that was more filler, just trying to make the game seem longer than what it was. But I don't know. I think they could have done a better job by making you the female and just telling her story. And I mean, hell, they could have still done a twist and turned, because I think they're going to turn basically her and her mom into the bad guy, like some of the bad guys that you fight, that JD is going to have to fight later on.
Well, yeah, because that chick doesn't know anything about her family, like her grandmother and stuff. And at the end, you find out, she doesn't know yet, but she's the queen of the locusts or the swarm or whatever. Yeah, because her mom's passed and her grandma's passed now. So really, I mean, they've set this up where they can rewrite Gears of War. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, Gears 5, I think, is gonna be really good. But Gears 4, to me, is they spent just too much time with filler, just like nonsense. Like, to me, they should have told more about JD and how he's become who he is and where he's at. But they really spend only a tiny bit of time, like, kind of explaining his position in the whole thing, and they spend majority of the time focusing on the girl. And if you're not going to play as the girl, then why make her the focus of the main campaign? It just was weird to me. Yeah, the one thing that they did do right that, like, I will, like, back them up 110% on is they set up the next game so beautifully.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me want the game now, and I haven't even seen a fucking trailer.
Then I guess it worked.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be buying Gears 5 because, I mean, it's set up again, like, set up to, like, what's going to be if they do a good job, they set up to where they can make a hell of a story in Gears 5. But Gears 4, I just felt like that it was.
Fuck.
It was really depressing to buy Gears 4, to play it expecting a kind of like a Gears type story, and basically the only thing you're getting is, okay, we got to figure out a way to set up our next big game. It was almost kind of like the start of a series, like
prologue.
Maybe, yeah, like an Uncharted 1, or basically where people liked the game, but they didn't really it didn't grab them or anything. They just kind of were like, yeah, it's okay. But then the second one was like Uncharted 2 was like the game of the year and the really good story, what everybody kind of talks about. And that's kind of like what Gears 4 felt like, but we're talking about Gears 4 here. Like, to me, Gears 4 shouldn't have had that prologue type feeling.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, it doesn't really get to where you can't put it down until maybe about 3/4 of the way through it.
Yeah, and basically when you're getting close to being done with the game, and that's whenever it actually starts getting pretty good and pretty interesting.
Yeah, when you're turning around it's telling your wife, "Shh, quiet, I'm doing this." I mean,
yeah, and then it's over, and then you're like, "Well, shit! Like, why didn't you make it this interesting the whole fucking way through?"
Yeah. I'd love to do like a review on it and break it down and stuff, but I just it's kind of an older game now. I mean, it's not old, but it's not new. So, I'm not sure if anyone would really be interested in that kind of thing. I mean,
I know I did mine. When did I know it's quite a bit after.
This is, I think, 2 months ago.
Yeah. So I mean, and I forgot like what the reception was on it. Like if anybody. Let me try. I'm trying to look here real quick to see.
But if you just bought Gears for the story, like probably Rambo did, I can see how you'd have a big problem with the game.
Yeah, that's
like,
how
if you also enjoy the multiplayer, it's goodbye. I mean,
I don't really get into the multiplayer because I hate the mechanics of Gears. Just fucking sucks. It feels like you're playing a like an early rendition of a video game.
Yeah.
Because there's like no jump button, and the run is like you basically just hold down a button. I don't know. Just
they have not updated the mechanics since Gears 1. I mean, that's yeah. The one thing I hate about the multiplayer, and I'm pretty sure Rambo probably fuck that shotgun. It is way too OP.
That's all everybody uses in the fucking thing is just basically rolling shotgun. That's and it just gets irritating. That's the reason why I don't play it.
I mean, when you think Gears, at least my introduction to Gears in the 360 days was, oh shit, your gun has a chainsaw. You can cut people in half.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking shotgun. I want to cut people in half. So
yeah, and then
I think the assault rifle needs to have more oomph to it.
It does, because there's people that use the assault rifle and stuff like the people that get on with I guess the professional level of Gears, like they can use a well-rounded arsenal. But if you go into like basically just a multiplayer match, all you're going to come across is a shotgun because like barely anybody will even fuck with the Lancer because you can do whatever the hell you want, and like somebody you can be shooting somebody with the Lancer, they can still run up to you and shoot you with the fucking shotgun and kill you.
Yeah, that shotgun's that OP. If you're close enough, you can hit fire
Gears.
I don't know. That's the reason why I hate the multiplayer mode. And I mean, I've never tried the horde mode with people, like with friends. So I mean that I might do with y'all, but like as far as the multiplayer itself, like no, I've played like two or three of the previous Gears, and then I played the Gears 4 multiplayer beta, and nothing's fucking changed. Like it was just not like the same bullshit mechanics, and then the same bullshit shotgun every fucking 5 minutes, and then there's these people that know how to fucking bounce from wall to wall to wall to wall, and you can never get a thing on them, and then they just like they're right up on you, and bam, shotgun, you're done.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually do the horde mode for the achievements, but I've actually never played horde mode on any game.
I never have either. So, I got rid of my Xbox One S because I'm getting the X.
Damn, Brem.
But once my X comes in,
I know. Right?
Well, I talked to my wife, and I think she's pretty much on board. But next week, she gets her first paycheck, and then we get our disability payments or whatever. But I told her that like what my plan is maybe to find a used Xbox One, and then or Xbox One S, and then whenever I get my X in November, just to give my son the Xbox One S, so that way he actually has an Xbox as well, and I can game share with him, and then of course that way I can if I do that I'll let you know, and then I'll jump in I'll definitely jump in a horde mode with y'all.
Yeah, horde.
But I won't. If y'all even try to ask me to play the thing, I don't give a shit if I'm with friends or not. I just will not play their fucking multiplayer. I just think it sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot that does suck about it. I mean, but if you're a little bit just like past decent at their multiplayer, it gets addictive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I see a lot of people that are really good at it. I mean, I can understand like why it's addicting to them, but. Like me, I have too many games to focus on for me to focus that much energy in trying to get that good at Gears. And that's one of the reasons why I don't play a lot of multiplayer thing is because unless it's like a multiplayer you can just pick up and go, kind of like Destiny or Rocket League or something like that. Like Call of Duty, Battlefield, all those things take a lot of, if you're not just a natural at it, it takes a lot of time and effort to get to that point of where you're just like running around wrecking people. And if I bought like one game or two games a year, sure, I mean, I'd be all about it. But since I buy like one or two games a day, then it's kind of hard for me to justify spending that
I
much
don't know
time
how
on.
you do that, man. I really don't.
Well, I mean, I don't buy 1 or 2 games a day, but it seems like it sometimes. That's what it feels like.
I mean, it does seem like that because, like, and here's why I don't understand, because Brimstone and I will go nuts on the Steam sales and the Xbox sales and just sales in general. And we accumulate a lot, but not as quickly as you do.
I honestly don't know how I do it either, because I've never sat down and like figured out any sort of budget to where, like I know how many I can buy or I know what I can't. Like if we have money, I just buy it. If we don't, I don't. But a lot of my times I spend like every Tuesday whenever like the new sales come up then I'll run out and buy a bunch of games through the sales and get it that way. That now that I'm digital, it's a little bit. You'll notice my game buying has become not as frequent because I don't get the good deals of like what I do whenever I went to the store and found physical games on sale for quite a bit or got the 20% off.
That's why.
No, I don't mind the trade. I didn't even want to trade those in. The only reason I traded them in is because there was just no way for me to continue that on and have room. Like especially now that I've moved, they would all be inside of like a tote somewhere right now because there's just absolutely there would be no room for me right now to actually have them, out and about. And that would suck having all your
set up, Rambo?
I have my PC set up, yeah.
Oh, you're just like never on it. So
I'm on my PC. I can't game on it right now because I don't have a GPU.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
If anybody has a spare GPU, I have a PO box like on my channel and on my that you can send me the free GPU.
This guy.
I'd send you mine, but I'd promise my brother.
Yeah, I actually need one, not for me, but for another computer that's in my house. I'm just gonna get like a 1050 Ti or something. It's my wife's computer. She wants to start using it again, so she's not gonna game or anything. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, go get whenever like the last podcast. Whenever I said I bought like 4 games, that wasn't 4 $60 games.
No, but that was still only a few days ago, and it was 4 games. So far, just based on last podcast, you're at about 1 a day.
Well, I just got like 5 yesterday.
Jesus.
But I got 5 for $8.
But
you're still you are well above 1 a day for the whole last week.
Rambo's gonna be one of them drug addicts, if he did drugs, that pays for his shit with a credit card. He's gonna find a drug dealer that takes MasterCard.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, nigga, you got PayPal?
Well, THQ,
Bitcoin, yo.
THQ had a place that has a PlayStation 4 sale going on now, and it's like Darksiders and Deponia, a few easy platinum games, and I had
Darksiders isn't all that easy.
Well, no, Darksiders I've already owned that one, but the $8 level and the $1 level was a bunch of like some games were easy platinums and some of them were just games I just didn't have. And so I just went ahead and got the $8 bundle and I owned probably 6 of the games in the $8 bundle, but like 5 I didn't. So, and how they did it with like the PlayStation games was kind of weird because like whenever you bought like the Steam games, you get like you go to your orders and then it's like each Steam game listed out and each code listed out. And this one is like whenever I went to my orders and it was like just one PlayStation code, and I typed in the one PlayStation code and it said you've redeemed your PlayStation for 10 items, and only 5 of them downloaded because I had the other 5.
That's kind of convenient, though. I mean, you can't give the ones away that you don't need, which sucks. But
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna but I mean, I guess I should have picked the. Well, I mean, I guess I probably would have done it anyway, either like the same way, just the opposite. Because I was if I would have picked use these codes for a gift, then they would have given me a code. But I'm thinking that they likely would have just given me a code to give to somebody else that would have given them all 10 games, which that would have pissed me off then because then I wouldn't have got the 5 games that I wanted. So
that is one thing digital needs to work out like fairly quickly. It's one thing like not to be able to return games and stuff like that, but yeah, for bundles, if you already have a game, you really should be able to give that key to somebody.
Well, Blizzard is already taking care of that. They've added a gift option. Xbox is working on it. I mean, that's in almost every
But does
patch
does
notes.
Steam
saying
like
they're
will
working
they
on it.
split a bundle up if you? I don't think they will.
The
Well, I
bundle
know
thing,
that,
I don't know.
No. If you buy a bundle, like, because I know on Steam that there was like they were selling like the Walking Dead bundle on Steam, but since I had some of the Walking Dead games, then the only thing it did is basically just lower the price to let me pay for the games that I didn't have, but it wouldn't like let me pay you the price and actually give those other games away.
Right. And that's kind of janky. Like technically that's almost like theft.
Well, not with Steam, because Steam, like I said, they lowered the price only to the games that I didn't have.
They don't do that with all bundles. Like I remember I think it was last summer, not this last summer sale, but the summer sale before that, or maybe the Christmas sale. Borderlands and Borderlands 2 went on sale, but Borderlands 1 went on sale like the week before for, $10 or $8 or whatever it was, and I had bought it, and then the next week or 2 weeks after that, the bundle went on sale with Borderlands 1 Game of the Year and Borderlands 2 Game of the Year, and like I could not, if I wanted to get the cheapest price, I could not just buy the Borderlands 2 game. I had to actually buy, because the bundle was cheaper than buying the bundle was on sale for like 66% off, and each game was on sale for like 33% off. So if you bought them individually, it was more than the price for both games. And I didn't get like an extra key or anything, and they didn't give me a prompt that said, "Hey, you already have this. Do you want to give it to somebody?" I would give it to my girlfriend.
To me, that's kind of weird for Steam, since I do actually have the gifting option. To me,
exactly, yeah.
Like that should be like an automatic thing. Like it shouldn't check your inventory. It should just give you the keys, and then let you do with what you want with the keys. Because I mean,
it really should, yeah. Because I mean, that's the thing. If this was physical media, like you would receive a disc with a key, and then if you had it, you could just hand the game to somebody that you wanted to have it.
I hope that PlayStation allows like gifting too, because like that'd be nice like for me, if like I bought a bundle and I only had, like, since the bundle's on sale, a lot of times like they'll put bundles on sale on every Tuesday, and I might own one game of the bundle but not the other two, and it's actually cheaper just to buy that bundle.
Yeah. Or like Humble Bundles.
And well, Humble Bundle now, I know, like when I buy their bundles, like they don't check my Steam library, and I get a code for each individual game, because I've given out plenty of codes on our podcast before.
But there's a lot of bundle
for some reason
that don't.
Well, for some reason, their PlayStation bundle didn't. Like it just gave me one code on their PlayStation, which was really weird, because I'm used to
wonder
getting.
If they had to have like a separate SKU inside the like PlayStation Store system.
I'm not sure.
Where PlayStation just tells them, okay, you guys are selling this bundle, but we're just giving a key, and it corresponds to this store item that's like not in the store, but it's it's just so people can get the
it's reserved for that.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I mean, it's
something like that maybe.
It could be. I just wish that they would have actually like given me a key for each game, so that way I could have given out, especially some of my trophy hunter friends that just don't have a lot of money or whatever. I could have given them the free codes to the easy platinums that were on there that I have already. But I didn't, like, they're just gone now. So I mean, I guess that like they got my $8, but I didn't get the full $8 package. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally you're paying for product that you don't end up receiving, simply because you already own it in another, in the same form, which I don't understand how a business can get away with that. Like any store any physical store would not be able to get away with the same thing. But
I'm surprised that the FTC hasn't really like taken the time to look.
Yeah, like
They
yeah,
pick
that's
on other
what.
things that don't even matter that much.
I'm not even sure if anybody's really even brought. I mean, has anybody really even brought it up to them before?
Probably not, because people it's digital games, so
they probably just look at it like, oh well, it's only $8. I mean, it's like still because I mean, my $8 that I spent was still cheaper than buying the 5 games I didn't own.
Yeah,
outright.
Right.
And so a lot of people probably look at it like, oh well, because at least I got.
And they're not $60 games either, and they're not even $30 or $20 games. They're usually, an $8 bundle for 5 games, and why you're not going to go to the FCC or anybody like that for the Better Business Bureau or whatever.
That might be the reason why none of these things are being done.
Yep. 22 hours and 33 minutes till Cuphead. Woohoo.
Man, and people are getting excited over Cuphead.
And so you get to be a professional games journalist. I still say, though, that the developers should have put like an achievement when you pass the tutorial that it says like your achievement is entitled like I'm a games journalist.
Dude. That would have been the best real life troll ever.
Oh, I would have been dying. Like that game should have been like I would have been like voting it for game of the year just for that one fucking achievement.
Fucking A.
And what they should have done is like made it worth 1 point just to fuck all those people up that like want that even gamer score like me. Because I'm completely my OCD is completely forever fucking wrecked.
You have to actually finish the game to get like a 29.1.
Yeah,
that'll even it out. Yeah,
I mean, because right now my gamer score is 44,997. It just irritates the living shit out of me that it's not an even number.
How the fuck do you get one that's worth 3 points then?
There's some games that have a 3-point thing. It's just that the likelihood of I don't know. That's how I got the fucking off the wall thing because I played a game and
the shit out of that and find one with a 3-point.
Yeah, I've got to find one with a 3-point thing and just play until I get that achievement.
One achievement.
Because I can't stand this fucking off like it's not a 5 or a 0. It just pissing me off.
Yeah, I get a little OCD like that too.
Oh, we didn't tell them about Fortnite, Brim, like the Xbox PC thing.
Oh, where if you like register your Xbox and then you connect it to the Epic thing, like it won't let you play it because it's fucking stupid. Yeah, that was kind of annoying.
So yeah, if you plan on if you're playing Fortnite on console, it can be either PlayStation or Xbox, it doesn't matter, and you link your Epic account to your console. Then if you plan on ever playing it on PC, you have to make a new account because it won't let you do it on 2 platforms.
That's bullshit.
It is.
They won't let you play the game on 2 platforms?
No.
Well, they won't let you have the account on the same account on 2 platforms. Active, I assume.
Because
that's kind of. I mean, there's other games that do that.
I think you know what I think it is, Shane. I was thinking about how they like accidentally got Sony servers to work with the Xbox, and they passed it. Yeah. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Yeah, might be.
Yeah,
they intended to have PC and console accounts always be a separate thing, but for some reason they link in some weird way that wasn't supposed to or something like that.
Yeah, because we played Fortnite on Xbox first, and when you first start up the game, you have the option to, link your Epic account to the Xbox or whatever. And then we're like, you know what? We need to try this on PC. And we went and logged into our Epic accounts, downloaded the game, and the game won't get past the loading screen. It tells you not available on this platform. Please try again later. And it gives you a customer service, bullshit. And we made a new account because it's free to make a new account. It's a free-to-play game.
Right.
And it works just fine.
Yep. Albeit it's fucking stupid, but I mean it worked.
That's what you get for being a console peasant.
Well, no, they need to work
Be
it out
playing
to
on the
where
PC.
they need to work it out to where you can still use the same Epic account. It just doesn't transfer
separates.
It just separates the gear, your characters on each one, because like Telltale's and EA and even Square Enix all has like where you sign into their Square Enix account, you sign into their EA account and the Telltale Games account, but you can play. I can go to my Xbox and sign into the exact same account that I signed in on my PlayStation account, and it still tracks all my progress through there. Even the Assassin's Creeds are like that. Like the UB store, like it
Blizzard
tracks
does
my.
it great with Overwatch. You can sign in to your Blizzard account on console. It keeps your console stuff separate and your PC stuff separate.
I honestly think this is all just one big fuck up because Sony didn't want the ball. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Because it was working fine the other day. From what I looked into it, and a lot of people were they didn't have any issues with it until after this whole debacle started. Now they're trying to remedy it, and I mean, I think it's stupid altogether. I think fuck it, whatever. Because that's what Epic's known for, is being able to cross-platform shit. They're fucking what is it? That one MOBA that they have, I could play with Shane's son on my PC.
So,
Paragon.
Paragon, yeah.
Because Paragon. Well, Paragon is Sony has a lot of games that are crossplay with PC, but I think that the crossplay with Xbox is the problem. Which I understand the reasoning for it.
Didn't Microsoft say they didn't want crossplay with Sony?
Oh yeah.
No, Microsoft didn't say they didn't want that. Sony said they didn't want that.
Sony said okay.
No,
yeah.
So Microsoft has been saying that even up until 2014.
Wait, you said
And then-
Microsoft's been saying that, or Sony's been saying that?
Sony.
Microsoft
Microsoft started in last gen saying no to Sony, and then they even carried it on into this generation up to 2014, asking for crossplay so that way Xbox could get Final Fantasy 14, the MOBA, but Xbox kept saying no, we don't want crossplay. We don't want crossplay. And then all of a sudden now they want crossplay, and they're like, well, Sony's not playing ball. Well, they weren't playing ball this whole time. I think they were banking on the fact that Xbox was going to be as popular this generation as it was last generation.
Yeah.
And they were kind of resting high on their morals that we're going to be the leader, and if your players want to play, then they'll come to us rather than what happened. So, the only reason that either one of them, I guess, declined the crossplay is because of the fact that they're the leader and they know that it'll take away from their.
Yeah, if crossplay becomes a thing for most games, then the only thing that console companies will be competing on is hardware and
exclusive games.
Yeah, and
but sure, if there are any, and like Microsoft,
well, there will be for PlayStation, but
Sony might have, but Microsoft won't. So Microsoft won't have anything other than hardware. And that's the thing. So that will turn it into a straight up hardware showdown, but with a slight addition of the exclusives, however many there are. And the leader, whoever is the leader in the market currently, doesn't want that because their lead may not be at all based on hardware. And if suddenly the market, strictly becomes about hardware, they might lose that lead. So it's a good business for whoever has, first place at the moment. It's not going to be until something's going to have to happen where either gamers start really demanding it and start stopping buying games on certain platforms until crossplay becomes available or something like that, or some other marketing or sales type thing where they can swing crossplay and still somehow manage to compete somewhere other than hardware.
A lot of gamers, to tell you the truth, a lot of gamers just don't care about the crossplay. Even me, sure, if it was there, it'd be cool. But I've never.
Yeah, it's
once
not like
thought,
it's necessary. The gaming
Yeah,
industry has
I've
gone
never
on a
once-
long time without it.
I've never once thought like, ooh, it'd be nice if we could play with the Xbox guys or whatever. I've never once thought anything like that. I just like I've never. I guess if there was a problem, like every time I logged into a multiplayer game on my PlayStation, that it was like a hard time finding players, then I guess that would entice the gamer more to want crossplay, because then the player pool would be bigger. But for like right now, there's like really no problem whatsoever of getting like logging in and getting a match with anybody, almost any game on PlayStation. And so until that happens, I don't think that you'll ever see like a big push from the PlayStation gamers for crossplay.
Well, not only that, but crossplay is not a really visible, benefit. It's not like it's some flashy upgrade or, super big, you'll matchmake a little quicker and communities will last a little longer, for mediumly, not hugely popular game, because the player base will be triple the size and stuff like that. But it's not like, it's super graphics improvements or anything like that. It's not something that you would notice. So it's not really something people think about, really.
I've been listening to you guys talk about this for a while now. Now I'm trying to figure out, what planet do you guys live on that people aren't seeking this out? There's actually a large number of people that.
Oh, sure, but
Okay.
not compared to the total number of gamers.
According to Rambo, like this is almost non-existent in his realm of things, which
And
in my realm of things, it's quite the opposite. That's what I just
yes, what I'm saying. Okay, what I'm saying is like in the PlayStation realm, there is not a whole lot of gamers in there asking for crossplay. There's not a whole lot of gamers that have even ever mentioned crossplay. The only reason that like you're seeing a lot more of it is because you're like more of the Xbox related gamer. And so the Xbox, now that they have mentioned the crossplay, and like it's become like, I don't know, a go-to thing for every.
Have you not been to any like PC gaming forums lately? Because they're even talking about it. There's people that want to play. I'm not understanding like why the PC gamers they're talking about it, considering that Sony allows them to play crossplay with PC. Because what's one of the bigger things that this would benefit gamers in? Longevity of the game. That would be one of the biggest.
Right.
Things. I'm just saying that.
But what I'm saying is, I don't like that. Makes no sense that PC gamers would be saying that something about Sony whenever Sony has been doing crossplay with the PC since the PS2.
Facebook, iOS, and Android.
They have
But
more.
they are refusing to cooperate with Microsoft.
Yeah, they have
things
more.
back.
Sony has more crossplay games with the PC than Microsoft does.
True.
And so, like that, so that doesn't make sense. Like for PC gamers to be saying that about Sony. Now they might be saying they want it for all of them or whatever, and I can understand the PC gamers. I don't really deal with them a lot, but I can understand them because a lot of their multiplayer games there die really quickly, unless it just happens to be like a catchy game where everybody catches on. But for the most part, I mean, like there's a lot of games on PC. If it's not a very popular game, then your multiplayer pool is down to either just one game mode on the multiplayer or just not at all. And so I can understand like why they would love to have crossplay, because then the people that do that aren't really into like the PUBGs and stuff like that, the next big thing, and they want to play like a multiplayer game, then there would be multiple people they can play with, because it would open up a pool to the console gamers that don't necessarily get introduced to 5,000 games a month, and so therefore it would benefit them. And I understand the benefit of crossplay, and I don't think I've not heard anybody ever say that they wouldn't want to crossplay with PC other than competitive multiplayer, because of the obvious advantages that PC has. But I've never heard, until Microsoft made this huge thing, I've never even heard Xbox gamers or PlayStation gamers talking about we need crossplay between the two platforms. Now that Xbox has done this, of course, all the Xbox hardcore people, I mean, that's all they bring up now is crossplay. I'm like, whatever. Like it doesn't.
My whole thing is this, like, as far as Microsoft's concerned, I don't care what they announce. They need to get their fucking shit together and put their servers all in one before they even talk about crossplay. Now, as far as community goes, I mean, like I said, I think it would be a good benefit for a lot of people.
Obviously be really good for the community.
But like Microsoft as a company right now, like they don't know what the fuck they're doing with those Azure servers. They have no fucking clue. What was it? Rambo? Like when we were laughing about it a few years ago. In fact, the fucking the power of the cloud. Remember that shit?
Oh god, yeah.
Like we dude, that was
gonna make everybody's Xbox a supercomputer, Brem. Don't you know?
Was bullshit.
Yeah,
everybody's Xbox supercomputer.
Well, first of all, like the
cloud processing. Yeah. How long did that
last?
Oh wait, it didn't happen yet. That's right.
Well, I knew, like, for a long time ago, it was like the cloud processing for gaming is going to be a long way off because the internet infrastructure needed for cloud processing gaming is the same internet infrastructure needed basically for streaming games online. And only I guess a few countries can actually even take advantage of PlayStation Now because of the streaming service. It requires, a pretty good internet connection to keep it running smoothly. And Crackdown 3, if it's, I guarantee you, it's not running fully on the Azure servers, because if it is, that means some people in these podunk fucking countries that don't have a good internet don't even get to play it, or they'll get to buy it, but then like none of their buildings will fucking crumble because like they don't have a good enough connection to get that to connect to the fucking servers. And so the likely, like, that's what I always upset me when they kept on talking about like all this stuff. I'm like going, you don't even know how to use it, and you obviously don't understand how it's used because it's used through internet connections. And until the infrastructure within America and everybody else, everywhere else gets up with the times, that type of stuff is a long way off. Yeah. It'd be great if they could use it, but shit, man.
Well, that's the thing. Streaming technology is still not to the point where somebody can watch you exactly as you play it in the quality that you're playing it at.
Yeah, I mean, it's because
it's not even close to possible.
The streaming technology is. The only problem is the internet technology is not.
Oh,
the internet infrastructure.
It's still not quite to where it would be. I mean, I understand it works well enough, but there's still some noticeable lag and stuff like that. Like,
well, I think that you'd be able to see more. I think you'd see more advances in that quicker, and I think that they're pretty much almost there.
Well, look at all the modems.
But they don't. The internet's just not there to support it. Oh no, go ahead. I'm just
look at all the modems and routers that exist in the UK and the EU that are considered like 10 times better than what we get here. The best we get here will cost you around $400, and it's not even good. So I mean,
dude, fiber is like standard over there.
Well, I don't know about that because PewDiePie did a video. It was funny as hell because I shared it because it made me think of my internet on my phone. I always told you that it fucking sucks with AT&T because he moved from Sweden to the UK.
Yeah, and he said was that 100 up, 100 down.
Yeah, he said he said the poorest person there had 100 up, 100 down. Like there was no problem. Everything. It was like a gig internet for everybody. He said he moved to UK and he showed his speed, and it was like 5 down, and the speed test didn't even register and up. It was like 0.12 or something like that up. So wherever he's at in UK, like he wouldn't even be able to play Crackdown if it was on the Azure servers or stream PlayStation Now. And until they get everybody at least on the 1 gig plan, like I don't see streaming shit taking off anytime soon.
I just know in a lot of areas over there, they have like a lot of the if you ever like pay attention to the tech channels when they cover shit and whatnot, like they talk about these awesome ass modems and routers, and
I want one.
Yeah, they're never over here because of how bad our internet infrastructure is. So like,
it wouldn't work with it.
Yeah, exactly. if you want one of these, you have to wait like 6 or 7 years because that's how far behind we are of everybody.
No, I'm gonna get me one of the Asus gaming routers. Those are fucking badass.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Dude, but even with those $300 wireless Asus gaming fucking ROG nonsense looking, right? I mean, they look cool. I won't lie, but dude, like regular just wired connection will probably be just as good as the wireless on that thing.
No,
if not better.
No. No. I had like that was like the story of how I got my $300 router and my $200 modem is because I was going through I had the top of the line modem router combo from my cable company, and I had a wired connection to my PlayStation, and it was getting like 20 down and I think maybe 5 up, and like I was paying for a hell of a lot more, but that's all I could get, and it was wired. And I went out and bought, like everybody told me, like you got to quit, you leave those damn modem router combos alone. Like go out and buy like this, and then just pay for the internet for through your company. And so I did. I went out and spent a shit ton of money on the modem router combo, and now my wired connection on my PlayStation gets like 380 down and like 70 up. Like
but that's probably a fairly old router modem.
No,
the one I got's fantastic. It does
I just had two additional because I told you 2 additional.
Okay, but I've got a modem. I've got the Comcast modem router combo, and my wired connection does. Oh, dude, it's like 180 down and like.
What are you paying for though?
What?
What are you paying for though, speeds wise?
That.
Well, I mean, sometimes like me, I was paying for 300 down, and
I know, but
I was only getting.
But that can't be. That's not every. I can't see that a $300 router is going to be the solution like every time. I'm sure there are cheaper routers that are going to do
possibly, man. But it depends on the number of devices you're using too, because like if you're using multiple devices, those cheaper routers and cheaper modem router combos get bogged down really quickly because they only have 8 channels or 4 channels or whatever, and you can get like the $300 router that has like 21 or even 64 channels, and so that means 64 devices can have their own channel on that router, and then not have to worry about internet slowdown on yours because like 17 devices are being hooked up to your one connection. So I guess it really depends on how many things in your house are utilizing the internet at the exact same time. Because if you have multiple people using the internet, you're gonna need one of the $300 routers to have multiple channels.
I've got 6 phones, my computer, 2 laptops.
But okay, how many people are in your house?
The 3, well, okay. I mean, 6 people have lived here before, but
okay, but I mean,
it was right 4 people. Right now, it's 3.
Okay, so 4 people, 3, and so at the most, the only thing anybody could use is about 8 devices because 2 per person at that one time, right?
Yeah, I mean, on the average day, sure.
Yeah, but that's where I'm getting at is like me.
No, I get that.
I have like
I said,
I can have like around 20 devices going at one time in my house.
I've seen some really good routers in like the $125, $150 range. That, I mean, yes, they'll probably not be as good as the $300 Asus one, but I mean, man, they've got to be good enough.
I don't know. I'm like Shaner. I'm looking at that Asus router that. It's like $300 or $400.
Yeah, it looks badass. It does look badass. Yeah,
but it's got that. But I mean, it's got that.
My girlfriend's laptop.
I forgot the name of the thing on there. The
ROG
Asus
Republic of Gamers.
No, it's a type of thing. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. It's It's like
It's
a
a-
G thing or something like that. It's some kind of weird special thing for like the gaming. Like it's a game, especially for gaming or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about, Shane? Or like
Mhm.
it'll say like G. I
It's
forgot what
Republic of
the.
Gamers.
No, not that. No, that's Asus's brand name.
Well, it's their gamer brand.
Oh, the dual band thing for gamers.
Yeah, it's like it's what this one, the one you're talking about is a tri-band one, right? The Asus ROG Rapture wireless. Yeah, that one. Well, that one, okay. That one is. I guess it just doesn't like that. I guess the thing with what I'm talking about, that G thing is maybe Linksys and Netgear's specific brand for gaming or whatever. But I guess ROG is the Asus brand for it, or what? Like I guess it's just a name, their fancy name for like what their gaming router is.
Like I just told you 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but that's but I was thinking it was actually an actual product thing or whatever. I wasn't thinking it was just a brand.
A dedicated channel to like it performs better for just online gaming.
Yeah, and that's what the ROG.
I don't know. I've tried a couple of those things, like my old Asus, the last Asus motherboard I had the what is it called?
The Wi-Fi built into it, right?
No. It was the landline. It was a gigabyte LAN connection, but it was a special gaming edition thing, and it came with an extra software that you could load that was supposed to parse your packets and give priority to like either streaming or games or whatever. And fuck, all it did was blow my shit down. So sometimes the gaming stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. The router probably works much better than that, but I'm just wary of like like I said, if you were to put that router up to a, even if you could like an exactly same spec one, just not like the gaming brand, I wonder what if there would even be a measurable difference. Like if you did two different test scenarios with the same computer, the same internet connection, the same modem, and you just use the gaming one for one of them and the $150 or $180 non-gaming one for the other, like would you actually see a lower ping or better packet success rate or what anything? Like I would be curious to see.
See, I'm not a big thing on like Netgear. I'm not. I've never really liked.
I've always liked Linksys. Linksys has been my shit.
Okay, so you guys, what you guys were talking about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted. I was just.
Oh, no, you're fine.
So before this part of the conversation disappears, in other words, you guys are talking about the Mamino gaming line. So the Mamino gaming line is.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That adapts to gaming only. So if you have a Mamino on your shit and you're doing games, and what it does is it'll prioritize your speed connections to it. So it'll use the minimum, or it could use the maximum depending on where your internet service is for that day. The Mamino beamforming is pretty cool. My Nighthawk that I have goes up to like 18 lanes, so I know what he's talking about when he's talking about he could have like 20 devices on it. It's like he's got more than 18 lanes on his shit. That's why.
Yeah.
If you have only like one or two-way pipelines to your network connection, what's going to happen is
it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it gets congested.
Yeah, you'll watch Netflix and somebody else is trying to game, and it fucks everything up.
Yep.
Their shit'll start buffering. Your shit'll start lagging. Yeah. But like I said, my girl's always watching Netflix on her PS3. She's always doing shit like YouTube or games on her phone. I got my phone constantly connected. My computer, my roommate's got his phone. The laptop's constantly connected. And like I said, it's the shitty Comcast one, and it handles all that without a hiccup. Like I never even have to restart it.
So
like I used to have to with the old Linksies.
So it sounds like to me you're just power banning it. Like you're just.
I don't know. I got no idea, but I'm happy with my internet.
So power banning is when you don't have like maybe one fucking one lane, and you don't even worry about it really because you have above 100 megs. and that 100 megs is going only through one pipeline. So you're hoping that.
But because it's 100, it's enough for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
basically, it's kind of like that. You're having a GTX 1080 Ti, and you're basically
powering through it. Yeah.
powering through all the bugs and
PUBG is
kinks and stuff
smooth
in a game.
because the clock
Yeah.
speed is twice what any other card has.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what it sounds like you're doing. Because I know, like I had some of those smaller modem routers and even just.
I mean, this is the new
separate
one. I
things
got it
and-
like 2 years ago, and it was the newest like brand. I
Yeah,
had never seen it before, but
I had the newest one like that just came out I think this year from my cable company that they're using. It's called like Panasonic. It's not
Ooh.
a Panasonic, but it's Panasonic. Like it's called like Pano Wi-Fi or something like that. It's to where it's like to where you can.
Well, that might be
It's-
part of it because I think mine's actually a brand name. I think it's actually
Well,
like
no,
a Netgear or something.
It is. Well, I mean, it is a brand name. It's like a net. It's. I think it is Netgear, but it's called like the brand of
Their
this
label
one is
they
called.
put on it.
Yeah, the label is like Pana something for Wi-Fi or whatever. But this is where like you can plug it into like the power outlet and then plug the power out. Plug it in somewhere else with the power outlet, and then actually have another wired connection somewhere else. Like so, this is like one of the newest ones they had, but I still wasn't like if when I tested my kids' internet on their PlayStation, they were getting around 180 down and probably like 20 up. But if I tested mine on the exact same speeds, I was getting like 380 down and like 60 or 70 up.
Yeah.
So it was like they were getting like half of the speed that it was. But if you're like toss in multiple people in the house, if that's the only one thing I have, and multiple people in the house utilizing
Right.
the Wi-Fi off of it
Everybody's
too.
got a phone and a laptop and a tablet, and
Yeah, and a gaming system and
Right.
everything else, and it'll cut down the speeds like quickly. And so that's the reason why I have to go with a really top of the line modem and routers because I have to make sure that there's enough lanes for everybody to have their own little space.
Now, what you can do, like, and be, it's retarded, and that's what happened to me this year. If you guys remember not this year, technically last year, I bought that high-end combo, right? We were talking about Rambo, the high-end gaming.
Oh, yeah.
From Netgear. It was a Nighthawk 3 or 4, like fucking
Yep.
high as fuck. And then I get the modem that was meant for like almost a fucking, what was it, like I think it was a full terabyte, I think, or some shit. Well, what happened was my internet carrier didn't like it. So
Yeah.
they don't have any of the drivers for it. And what sucks is Netgear grants carriers the rights to do the driver updates. And I'm
Oof.
like, what? Like, I didn't know that. So when I called to finally get it worked out and stuff, I wasn't getting my full connection because of it. So I had to return that shit, man. I was so pissed.
Yeah, I won't.
I want to do that for mine, but yeah, you gotta. That's one of the reasons I haven't. You gotta go and get a Comcast approved one. So I gotta check, which models they like and see what the specs are and how much they cost and all that nonsense.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I won't go with Netgear is because of the fact that, I know for a fact my company supports Aris,
Oh,
and
God.
so I like my Aris modem though. I don't know. I don't do a Aris combo. I don't do any combo modem router combos. I always do a separate for each. And yeah, I mean, like I've never had a problem with my
Later.
Aris at all.
Hey,
I had a problem
Shane.
with my last
I was
Aris.
just gonna say, Shane, what about that Aris shit, huh?
Yeah,
I had issues with
Comcast
mine too. Yeah, it was
in
terrible.
California. When I lived in California, Comcast gave me an Aris modem router combo, and my internet would randomly just shut down. But it wasn't nearly as bad as when I moved here and Suddenlink gave me an Aris modem router combo. That shit, my internet would go out for days. Like I would just drop out of calls, or Xbox Live would just die. I mean, and I thought it was my service. I was like, fuck, Suddenlink can't get their shit together. It was just crap. They came out and replaced my box, and I haven't had a disconnection issue once.
Well, no, see, mine, ever since I've had it, my connection issues here, other than like when my service is actually just having problems, has been spot on. Like I've not had a single bit of problems. Now though, considering like because I told you like whenever I'm out in my garage, I can't connect to my Wi-Fi because it's like the other end of the house. And so now I'm thinking about, since I can basically go down to my cable store or whatever and pick up that panoramic Wi-Fi thing, pick that up and try to see if that increases the connection out here into the garage from my room. And if it does, then I'm gonna go. I'll find a better modem router combo or whatever. But for right now, I mean, like I spent $249 on my router, and like to me, it should be able to reach. I would say my house lengthwise is probably. It might be. I'm kind of bad at judging thing, but I would say probably a good 60 feet. Does that sound short for a width of a house?
No, that's about right. If it's the kind of house I'm thinking you're in, yeah.
It's basically just a standard house, just a standard house built in 1950 or whatever. But I got and there's only basically one wall, the main load bearing wall between me and where my router is, because my router is like basically right close to the door in my bedroom, and so there should be no reason to me like why it should not be able to reach out here and get a good connection outside. Like my phone can read it, like it can say, yeah, you can connect to it, and I can connect to it. But if I'm trying to utilize it and go on and look at things, pictures show up on Twitter as just a green square, and videos like won't even register that there's a video there. And so I need something like to where I can actually utilize my internet throughout my entire house. But other than that, I'd love to find one that could do that. I'm thinking that Asus one could possibly do it because it's a tri-band. But my thought is, as soon as I go out and spend $400 on that stupid tri-band one, they're going to come out with a quad band one.
Well, as long as you get,
I wouldn't doubt it. That shit happens all the damn time.
As long as you get something that is a quad level above to handle your processing, dude, because I realized that my old Netgear was a fucking dual core or whatever, and that's why my shit was sucking. So like anytime anybody was in here doing their internet shit, like my fucking shit would overheat. So if you have anything that's an from a quadro and up is what you want to stick with, or even do the ones that they have now where it's like two quads in one unit. One's handling like the multiple bandwidths, and the other one's handling the processing of information. So like, I'm looking into getting something like that for this house because we are all on this bitch, and so far my shit's doing all right, but I could tell my shit's getting hot as fuck. So I need to do something about that. Either that or just put my bitch in a fucking ice box for fucking days on end.
Well, I have the Linksys dual band AC 1900 wireless router. And I mean it's done pretty good for what it's back then it was a lot more expensive than what it is now. I think it's like $174 now, but
is that good though? Is that Linksys actually pretty good?
Yeah, I mean it's been working great.
Links
I mean it was given my my kids better coverage and everything like that. So whenever they were running their like the gaming and stuff, but it seems like here lately, the longer I've gone on, the worst it's kind of like dwindled. It's past its life cycle. I guess it's getting close to the end of its life cycle. So which kind of weird for a couple of years.
That's pretty good. Considering that these things don't last, more than a year sometimes?
What, the modem router?
I don't need to get...
Yeah.
I don't ever do a combination. I found that combination ones tend to wear out faster because it's
like anything else. You stuff too much shit into a tinier package, it goes bad faster.
It's like these... But you know what, though? Like, I have never, like any other country, I don't think has to deal with this unless you're the Middle East, of course. But is it me, or do our corporations that are over here just are so out of fucking focus with their communities? Like when live streaming first started becoming a thing, it took fucking Netgear almost like 3 or 4 years to fucking finally get the point that, hey, we need some more powerful shit, you know? Like, it seems like these guys are just so far behind, dude. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I think for some reason I think that they know what they're doing. They're building things, knowing like the life cycle is very short, or they're putting outdated parts into it in the chance that you'll go back and be a repeat customer. So they're building more forward towards like your next purchase than they are the purchase that you made. And that's what it seems like to me, because shit's like going, to me, shit goes bad too fast.
Bro, like when you see a DSL modem, and then the first thing that's advertised is to stream Netflix, and it's for DSL, and I'm like, wait, what?
Good luck. At 480p maybe.
I just laugh when I see shit like that. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers have no clue or any business to doing this anymore. It is official.
Nope.
They are done. They should be done forever.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix, how do those Wi-Fi boosters or extenders, like, how do they work pretty good? I mean,
the good ones are pretty good, yeah.
I mean, as the kind that you have to spend a lot of money on to get a.
I heard the power band ones, or like the ones that you plug into the wall, are pretty bad. But like I heard, like you could get shit through like HDMI cables.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different kinds. You can get ones that receive wireless and transmit wireless, so they are completely wireless. You plug them into a power socket. Then there are ones that you run a LAN cord to, closer to wherever, the dead spot is, and then it broadcasts wireless, but it links to the main router with a LAN cord, and those are really good, but you have to run an extra cable.
Yeah, see, that's what because if I'm going to do one, like, it just needs to be something that I can just plug in out here in the garage or whatever and boost the Wi-Fi signal out here, but...
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a LAN cable, like, to, like, the next wall over, instead of, like, 3 or 4 walls in between, that'll help out a whole lot.
The thing is, though, like I said, there's only one wall in between me and my router. Like
but it's
about 60 feet away. It's just a regular wall.
Have a lot of pipes in it or anything?
No, it's just a regular. It's the load-bearing wall. Like, it's my living room wall. Basically, it's the back. It's the wall that separates the house from the garage.
Sometimes if
your home's from the 50s, right?
Yeah.
There's probably chicken wire in the wall, and that's what's killing your signal.
Oh, are your walls plaster?
Our walls are.
Oh, the fucking.
Because plaster blocks the shit out of Wi-Fi because it's a lot thicker and denser than sheetrock.
Our walls are sheetrock.
Okay, well, that's. I mean, sometimes it's just changing position. Like, if you move your router higher, sometimes the signal gets through a wall better. But
I know, I gotta try something because it's very frustrating to. I can sit out on the porch, which I'm even closer to my thing, except there's the outside wall that separates us. But used to, I mean, I could get pretty decent speeds, and I mean, hell, I could connect to my internet like perfectly fine out in the middle of the street and be surfing the internet.
Windows help. Windows. So like, if wherever like my router is it's about right in the middle of the house on the front wall, and like the front yard all the way to the street is good, but the backyard, if you're not near my big double glass sliding rear door, if you're not right behind that and within sight of the router, you won't have any service, because otherwise it'll be going through a whole bunch of a long distance, but then a wall or two in between. So like sometimes Windows can give you really weird, like, good spots where you would think they'd be bad, but it's the way the Wi-Fi waves reflect. They just go right out the window, and then the window, instead of the wall, the window is it acts like open air practically for Wi-Fi.
Well, I can actually what's crazy is I can stand right in front of my window in the front yard, and I still have a shit connection. Of my bedroom.
I don't know.
And then I mean it's weird how like for some reason like the modem, the router is not performing the way it used to. And so I think that's the reason why I think it's now time for a new one.
Have you thought about doing the I know there's some people that'll take that thing apart and just swap out the thermal paste and shit, and that seems to help.
I don't know anybody that does that, and I'm sure it's fucking not gonna. I mean, I guess if I do get if I go down to say the cable store and get a new one, basically rent it from them for a little while until I can get the one that I want. Mm-hmm. Maybe at that point, since I have a backup, then I'll take the chance of taking it apart and putting more thermal paste on it. But other than that, I'm not one that'll just do it because in case something fucks up, I'd rather it be slow than not at all.
Yeah. So my girl just shared in our group, Shane, Pennywise the Sexy. What the fuck? So these chicks are cosplaying Pennywise in lingerie.
Yeah, they're dressed as Pennywise.
There's an actual fan club of people that want Pennywise to fuck them, right? These people are fucking weird.
People are fucking weird. Yeah. Don't embarrass yourself, Brem.
Well, I just got done unmuted. I just got done unmuting myself because,
You won it. I haven't been watching the whole time. Have you been winning any games at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think you lost every single one that I saw.
Oh, that's nice.
Terrible. Fucking scrub.
Right. So I guess nothing really left to talk about then, right?
No, I think that does it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I don't really have not really anything going on, really, though.
All right, then. Anybody wants to see the after stream? Usually we do a stream over on Mixer. Me and Shane usually we'll stream for the rest of the night over there, just playing games together or playing separate games.
Yeah, you gonna be up tonight or you got work?
No, I'm off tomorrow.
Right on.
Yes, sir. So we'll be over there on Mixer. Just look for typical, Brimstone under Mixer. We know Rambo doesn't stream or game, because he's not much of a gamer or streamer. So I mean, he's kind of a pleb.
Yeah. Fucking
I just
peasant.
don't stream that much. I can't stream. It's hard for me to stream at nighttime because the baby and my wife are asleep. So, and not too many people stream in the middle of the day and have a good, big audience. So that's the reason why I don't really stream.
Right.
Once we move, that might change, but right now I just can't do it.
Pussy.
I can't do it.
You're such a pussy.
Fucking
When
bitch.
are you gonna move, by the way? Jesus Christ, you've been there for how long now?
Well, like I said, my wife just got a job, so I mean, we couldn't move until at least that. So it'll probably be after Christmas, though, because trying to get the funds and move right before Christmas, that'll cut the kids' Christmas short. So I'd rather have them have a good Christmas and move and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, Kotaku, wow. They actually said that most NES games are not worth playing.
Yep. Saw that. Today.
Wow.
But it's not like games
Nice.
journalists have to like games or be good at games or anything, guys. Come on.
It says that they are full
Don't
of poor
fetishize skill.
poor translations, inconsistent physics, and artificially inflated difficulty inspired by arcades, with a couple of exceptions. Super Mario Bros. 3. The NE Classics library consisted of games you'd load up, play for a few minutes, and marvel at how poorly they've aged. I don't think they know anything at all about gaming, because I can tell you right now, the Super Mario Brothers, the original, has aged really damn well. And it's not an artificial difficulty, it's actually just a difficult game.
It's just a different kind of difficulty to a lot of today's games.
Yeah, well, yeah, and these today's gamers, they want they expect a save points, and they expect the,
It is literally Dark Souls, guys.
Yep.
That what they think is that if they pay money for a game, then you are guaranteed to beat the game. And if you can't beat the game, then it was the people made the game too difficult. And it's like, no, sometimes that's the actual fun of the fucking game, is like the fact of not knowing if you're going to be able to beat it.
Yep. If it's not a challenge, then why would you be happy that we're victorious? I mean, what was the point if it wasn't a challenge, right?
Yep.
That is sad, dude. Like, look, I don't like Kotaku like anybody else, but like, is it me or are they like not even really gamers at all? Like, they're just a site that says we're going to cover gaming news.
Like we were saying the other day, dude, or the last week. So I'd bet 90% of these people, they just want to use games journalism or whatever else, comic books or whatever it is, as a stepping stone to something that they think is better.
Yeah. AKA like 90% of YouTube.
Pretty much.
Hey guys, my name is Refute Tech USA, but I don't cover tech because I don't know shit about it. Just throwing that out there.
He covers articles related to tech because he basically just repeats what the article said.
Yep.
He's like the audiobook version of Kotaku's articles.
Which, I guess there's a market for that.
He kind of is.
500,000 people, like, he can basically just read off a fucking article and gain subscribers. I don't know how. He has, like, there's absolutely no creativity in his videos. They're just basically him sitting in front of a camera and reading a fucking article to you and giving his opinion in the middle of it.
So he's just another Weapon Wheel podcast member?
Yeah, he's just to me, he's just an audiobook.
Hey guys, today I'm going to read you Goosebumps.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna run next door to the gas station and get a Gatorade and start setting up my stream for Mixer. Did you guys have anything else to talk about?
Gay people drink Gatorade.
Gatorade is tasty, sir.
That's what the gay people say.
All that butt sex makes you thirsty. Gatorade provides.
Got that cotton mouth going on and need something besides soda.